What is up? What is up? How are you? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Welcome into the Sweatbox. I am your host, Rex Byers. REX_BEYERS on Twitter. Check me out there as well. Had a pretty good post about my good friend David Sharapan, who passed away early this year, the same day that actually all the people got knocked out of Survivor by that fiasco of a finish in the Tennessee-Arizona game. Please check that tweet out at your leisure. I was at the South Point earlier. It was a very, very interesting visit. I wasn't there very long, but it brought back a lot of good memories. And I certainly, on Super Bowl Sunday, there's a lot to talk about. I'll get into a couple of good stories a little bit later on, as we'll have a bajillion commercials. And I'm not a commercial guy. If you guys like that shit, you're probably in the wrong place. If you want to talk about games and betting and options, this is a spot. I'm here. I'm going to have a chart that I'm trying to grade my stuff on. It's actually kind of difficult. I've got packets from the Win where I was betting horses with my buddy Mikey on Friday. Had 20-1 underneath, two favorites, and the 20-1 won the race and ruined me out of a try that would have been really good. I have the Win packet. I have the South Point packet. I have the Westgate packet. I have the Circuit packet. Everything's here. It's just a matter of how I'm going to try to figure out how to grade this shit and stay on top of everything. I was at the Westgate for the prop unveiling, which happened Wednesday this year and not Thursday like it usually has in the past. The only one that I liked that was in the parlayable props, and I talked to this to Jeff Whitelaw, a friend of mine, and Frank B as well. Under 8.5 yards for Diggs, first catch, 66034 at the Westgate. Have action on that one. That one drew no attention whatsoever. It opened 8.5 flat, it closed 8.5 flat. Ed did think that I had the right side, or he leaned my way. He understood my thought process. Diggs will catch a hitch or a slant, something to get the quarterback going for the Patriots early. Don't think he's going to break a bunch of tackles. Don't think that Seattle's mostly in something that resembles a cover 6 defense, which if you don't know that, look up cover 6 and you'll understand it a little bit better. It's a hybrid situation in terms of man zone. And, so like I said, I see that being the situation. And then I'm really big on, I'll give Paul Charchian all the credit for this shit. He went on Mitch and Paul last week on VSiN and made an incredible case for the receivers for New England out of the backfield. Henderson and Stevenson both to go over their catches, over their rushing yards. All of it made sense. The only thing that worries me is Henderson only played 4 of the 64 snaps on offense at Denver. I don't know if he was in the doghouse or what was happening. Fumbles, who knows? But longest reception for him over the 3.5. Total receptions over a half minus 160 up to 180. It's now 210, 220 at the end. And over 4.5 yards, also good to 5.5, which is existing now. 18 of 19 backs that are RB2s this year have 1+ catch against Seattle. And I think that he will get to at least 5, 6, 7 yards minimum. Might be more than that. And I also think that any touchdown for Henderson, which was 7, no, comeback +5, is now down to closer to +4 at kickoff. Wow. They're really going all out with this thing. Lynn Swan's out there. Who's he an honorary captain for? Like he gives a shit about this Manning. Joe, that's fair. He should be an honorary captain. The national anthem, 1 minute and 53 seconds was my unofficial clocking. I've been doing this for 20 years. Every year I do it, even though I had no vested interest this year. I will note that time, Dave Mason, my friend at Bet Online, was really sweating this thing, trying to figure out over-under. And they said the line started at 2 minutes on the nose and got bet up to 125 seconds and all the way down to 115. It closed to 113, and that makes sense. Something got out. The news was out there. And if you'll notice, the national anthem ended about 2 or 3 seconds before the jet flew overhead. So he probably went a little faster than he was supposed to. And that's why national anthem, the first prop of the day, or one of them, under the total. Sean Smith, his 8th season as a ref in the NFL, has the coin in his hand. Is it going to make the toss here at Levi Stadium, home of the 49ers? during the regular season. Today, the Patriots are the visiting team, or maybe they're the home, but they're wearing white on white, which is what they wore in Denver last week in the snow 2 weeks ago. The Seahawks are blue on blue, sharp combo, uniform combo for the Seahawks here. Closing price, there were some 5 flats out there earlier, 5 dog money. It's mostly 4.5 now as we reach close to post. Total around 45. Seattle calls heads, so they're the road team. I thought he called heads. It is a head. New England defers. There is no wind in this game, to my knowledge, so weather will not be a factor. Several captains. I think this is Sean Smith's first Super Bowl, so we have it. Patriots will kick first half line. There might be an adjustment. Let me look. I do have this on the antenna. For those of you who have not watched me watch games before, I have 9 TVs in front of me. 2 of them have antennas. 7 of them have boxes that are coming off a stream off the internet. So I don't have live feeds if it's an ESPN or something that's not on ABC, NBC, Fox, Unimas, Telemundo. Yeah, other than CW. Other than that, if it's not on one of those channels, there's a really good chance that I'm going to be behind you guys. This game is on NBC, obviously, and I do have the antenna feed with Tirico and Collinsworth on the call, and so I should be ahead of you, most of you that don't have antennas the whole way. First half line with Seattle kicking. 3 flat, largely. There's a 2.5 minus money out there. Seattle's receiving, New England kicking. So 3 flat is the number. The 2.5 prices have gone up a little bit. The ones that are still dealing it here at the end, 22.5, and there is a 21.5 out there as well. Again, the game market, New England, Seattle 4.5. The Seahawks on top. 45 is your total. That's pretty consensus everywhere with the total. The sharpest people I know are on under 46. I would only have under myself going into the game. Try to stay away from it. I feel like there's going to be a better chance to get involved here live. The Stevenson and Henderson props are the ones that I like the best. Over catches, over yards, a touchdown for Henderson. But again, I'm banking on him being out of the doghouse. He's going to have to play. 4 snaps last week in Denver. That's not going to be nearly enough to get this done. The sun's going to piss me off pretty soon. It's 75 degrees in Vegas, which is great. But I have one blind that's missing, and about this time of day, at this time of year, it's giving me the business for the next 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to have to sit here and fight it. Tough beat, but hey, life goes on. Thank you for checking me out. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Hopefully we enjoy things. I'm headed down to Commerce, California tomorrow, in the LA area. A buddy of mine, Dave Tarbett, English guy. He's been in the sports betting business. He's been really kind to me. When he lived in Panama, I would leave Costa Rica for a time. 2010, 2011, for a couple, 3 days to get out of the country like I had to. I'd go down there and watch Champions League with him in Panama City, and he let me stay there for free with his wife, and then he got divorced, and then I stayed there with the girlfriend that turned into his next wife. They were both very hospitable, very nice. It was awesome to be able to have a place to stay. So when he talked about going down to play poker at Commerce in these tournaments the next couple of days, I was like, you know what, I could use it to get out of Vegas. Let's go. So I offered to drive. He pays for the hotel and the gas and the food, and I'll just be basically a chauffeur. I'll go to the spa tomorrow and hang out and do some stuff down there. And I probably won't do much touristy stuff, but who knows? Tuesday, maybe I'll drive around. But yeah, just be good to get out of town for a couple of days, so that'll be fun. Looks like Richard Sherman's trying to lead the Chargers. Oh, it's Malcolm Butler trying to lead the Patriots. Does he not look like Sherman? That's crazy. I thought that was Sherman. I saw Sherman 2 days ago. It looked just like him. Borregales has the ball on the tee here. We're going to have a bunch of props decided here in the very first minutes of the game. A lot of this stuff is parlayable. Opening coin toss, which we already had. I think that they said it was a head. I think tails is mostly bet, so the books are already winning a little bit here. Team to punt last. First rushing attempt for Darnold, Holani, Walker, Shaheed. The Diggs catch at under 8.5 is my sweat. In these early props, it'll be decided before you even have a chance to have a couple of beers and wings or whatever else you're eating on. I haven't had anything yet. I was going to eat pizza. I had some leftover pizza from the other night that I was going to eat, and I haven't gotten to it. So the good news is I don't care much about the halftime. I'll let you guys enjoy that to your own volition. It'll be a 35-minute spectacle or so. 30 to 35 minutes, I think, is the average time. And yeah, I'll be taking a break and eating at that time. I don't think there's any other sports. So there's nothing else to put on TV. But yeah, I'll give you guys a chance to rest up from listening to my nonsense for a half hour after we come up with any potential halftime or live plays. First play at the 35 after the kickoff. Walker gets it off left tackle, bangs his way for about 9, maybe 10, depending on the spot. That's a first down for the Bags. Out near midfield already. First rushing attempt for Walker goes over the 3.5. I love grading this shit. Part of me just loves the whole idea of having these things, and this is why this can't die. Like, it's so important for it to live. It's just this is literally, they have the pages here, and it goes all the way to page. It lets you have notes on the last page. Gosh dang, I'm dyslexic trying to look at myself in the camera. So it gives you room to write down. Obviously, I don't do that, but they're there. And that is on page 50. Oh, survival guide. What is this? Survival guide? What page is all this shit? How come it doesn't say? Okay, 48, 49, 50, 51. So, yeah, 52, 53, the survival guide. Okay, this is the last one. So, 53 pages, front and back, on the Superbook props book. There are some that are a little bit different. This pass is caught by the tight end and out past the 40. For New England, the corner or the nickel for New England gambled and missed it, 25. Yeah, Darnold hummed that one in. God, he jumped it, and he still couldn't get there. That's why Darnold was a 5-star going into USC. You can't just throw that unless you have some idea what you're doing with it. This is another pass, and it's caught again. Who is this? Cup? And I think that's a big play for some folks as well, given the prop there. So Walker, hang on. So Barner for 15 and Cup for 22. Now they throw it to the back of the end, out of bounds. Incomplete. I am on a little bit of a delay here. The box score just told me that was incomplete before it was incomplete. I don't like that. Come on, NBC. Take the fucking delay off. So Cup's catch for 22 goes over his total. The first catch by... The bar was for 15. So these are all overs. Everything happening so far. Second and 10 at the 17. Here's a give to Walker off right tackle. He's going to get 2 maybe. That'll be it. Maybe 3. Are you shitting me? They're playing that fucking horn if it's third down? I mean, the Patriots are the home team. It sounds like we're in Foxborough. God, I hate that fucking horn. Sorry for the language. For those of you who are new to me, get used to it. I'll do the best I can to just call it how I see it. Please follow, share, hit the like button on YouTube. Tell a friend. I'm not looking for any money. I'm just looking for people to support the thing to give me a chance to make some money down the road. Darnold's throw is incomplete to Shaheed on 3rd and 7 on an out. Good coverage by the Pats, and they will force a field goal attempt. 2 minutes and 58 seconds in. Collinsworth is right. They are super aggressive on defense. Darnold made some really nice throws, but the Pats are on top of everything. Myers, 41 of 48 this season. He's made all 3 of his kicks in the postseason. This is a 33-yarder. and he slid it inside the left upright. 11:58, 8 plays, 302, 65 yards. I'm sorry, minus 50 yards. 302. So the commercials are coming, and I'm going to grade some props here. Team to score first. Seahawks, a winner there. We have the first score. The 3 straight times score is in play. First 8.5 minutes of the game, yes, was minus 175. That's a winner. 7.5 minutes, minus 140. That's a winner. 6.5 minutes was plus money. That's a winner. 5.5 minutes plus 160. That's a winner. 4.5 minutes plus 260 is a winner. And 3.5 minutes. That only took 302. Plus 450, the Westgate opens this, and it wins. The yes. I know that the no has been a popular bet for wise guys in this game for a long time. And I'll be honest with you, that really wasn't supposed to happen. That was Darnold making a couple of really, really good throws, and them starting at the 35 is what led them into a position where they could get down and get points on the first drive. They didn't do much the last 3 plays, but to get there, great all those. Let's see. We have a field goal. Let's see. Any of this first perception stuff, nobody else ran the ball. Man, this is fun. Even though I'm not making a fucking penny off of it, I just love doing this shit, man. Love it. I had a group of mine that was at sportsbetting.com that did all this, and I was trying to help them. The only time I ever did any props at all was during this game. I'd try to help them grade. Let's see. Field goal. First half field goals made by both teams. There's one already. Longest field goal is not over 49.5 yet. Shortest field goal is not under 26.5. 36, first field goal made of the game. That was from 33. That goes under. That was a flat line at 36.5 at the open. We do have a 33 in there for all yardage of field goals made at 123.5. I don't know what that closed. That was one of those props that I wanted to check out that I didn't get to late that I should have. It's too bad because I wanted to see that. Curious to see where the steam was on some of these props where the lines could fluctuate by a lot of time or by points. Let's see. Touchdowns, no. Field goals. First quarter, either team make a field goal in the first quarter, yes. Minus 120 is a winner. Let's see. First touchdown. Oh, yeah, the first points of the game. Where's that one? Coach's challenge, no. Timeout. Will the game exactly be scored by 1? Will there be a scoregami? Will the final score be the same? First turnover, last score. Where's the first score? Damn it. Oh, the 2-point conversion I was talking with Frank B about. I thought that the correlation was not there between yes, no, and will there be an attempt and a conversion based on the math, but then they bet it to where the no went from minus 40 to minus 60 and come back plus 40 on the yes, and that made the math add up between will there be a successful 2-point conversion? No was minus 350, come back 290. Like I said, that those didn't add up at the time. I said that there's value on the no, on the attempt, and a yes on the conversion, but then they bet the night of the props came out last Wednesday, 10 nights ago, or 11, that the no, will there be an attempt? No. So that's why it happened there. All right. Drake May comes out for his first snap in the Super Bowl in his second season out of North Carolina. New England Patriots playing in, I believe, their 10th Super Bowl. Maybe the 11th. I don't know. This will be the first one that they've had since 2001 without Brady. Tirico notes that he thinks that there's more Seattle fans than New England, which would make sense. Geography and enough people hate New England to begin with. This is Stevenson banging his way on the first carry out from the 28 to the 34. Give him 6. Let's confirm that when we grade this thing. Either way, it's over the total on the first attempt. I'd like the running game to struggle. I need completions to the New England receivers. They're going jumbo here. They got 2 tight ends. They got 3 tight ends, all unbalanced line to the left. They're going to run it that way. Cuts it back to the middle and gets maybe 2 before they stack him up. 3rd and a long 1 or a short 2. How about we fake it and throw it to him for fuck's sakes, huh? Or something short would be great to Diggs. Anything less than 8 yards or less would be awesome. Get that one to the barn. 3rd and 2. They're bringing him back into the backfield. Trips to the right. They throw it to him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First down. And a catch and yardage. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. Gets the yardage on that, please. 7 yards to Stevenson. First reception by Stevenson is 7. That goes over 6.5 yards. And let's go to the Stevenson receiving yards, which is where I was buried to begin with. Yes. All right. So he's got 19.5, 18.5. I'm on the board with 7 here early and a catch. Need 3. They're going to throw it to, is this Diggs? Oh, Douglas. Okay, Jesus Christ. I think he might have got 8 or maybe 9, depending on the spot. I was about to puke if they were going to. Douglas. Mario Douglas touchdown I have. I don't have him as a reception. Douglas for 8. 2nd and 2 just past midfield. They're going to bang it away for a first down off the right tackle for about 3. $6:54 p.m. Eastern, 3:54 on the West Coast, or out here in Vegas like me. Welcome into the Sweatbox. I am your host, Rex Byers, Beyers. Check me out. Twitch, YouTube is where you see it right now. Check my Twitter out as well. I had a good tweet earlier about my buddy David Cherapan, the South Point. I'll try to keep the tweets informative, entertaining, and educating just like I do this show. At the 46, May rolls right, and he runs out of time, and they got him. So you can grade that first sack of the day, which I know that's one of them. Will there be a first quarter sack? I didn't work the Westgate props this year. I haven't done it for the last 4. So I don't know where all these things are in the prop book. I know they made some changes and additions and subtractions, so I haven't memorized where everything is yet. I score. So it's 2nd and 20 now after the 10-yard loss. May scrambles. He's out. Got it back. Got a block. Is that from Henderson? That's good. I want Henderson in the game. That's great. I wish they had thrown the motherfucker to him. I just want him to get his 1 catch, and let's get that one in the barn already. But the fact that he's in already, it's good. But just throw it to him, man. What the fuck? Throw him the ball. Gosh, dang it. He was your safety valve. That pisses me off seeing that all 22 angle. All right, 3rd and 9 at the 44 now. Clock underneath. We're inside the back half of the first quarter now. 7:20 to go. Here comes a blitz. They're bringing the corner. He throws it to the right. No sniff. No one near it, but he's out of the pocket, so it'll be incomplete. The 21 and 3 for Seattle are both. They're both really good players, man. Witherspoon was, as a slot receiver. 3 saw it for New England. He saw him coming. You would have had to throw right into it. He was open as soon as he snapped the ball. He has to throw it. Pats at the 44 are going to be forced to punt it. 61-yarder, not ideal. It's 7:18 to go in the first, down 3-0. That'll require some grades on my part as well. The punt is high. Shaheed catches it at the 9. 35 yards. We'll have a commercial. 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Seattle 3, the Patriots nothing. Live line coming very shortly. Let me see if I can grade a little bit of stuff here. Either team score in the final 3.5 minutes. No, we're looking at the wrong shit here. First 3.5 already graded. Cut. Stevenson touchdown. What was it the first place? Douglas 8, Stevenson 7 catch. Did Hooper catch a ball there? Hollins hasn't caught one. Henry nothing. Booty nothing. Henderson didn't have a carry on the first drive. May's rushing attempt over 6.5 yards as a winner. He got 11 on 2nd and 20. The first gross punt by Behringer, right? That's his punter, 47.5. That goes under based on the spot of the field. They were at the 44, 35. Bunch of yes only props here. Will they score touchdowns that were all parlayable because they're not correlated to anything? Let's see. 33 or longer field goals, 40 or longer field goals, extra point miss. Lead change. Both teams have the lead in the first half. Nothing there. Team just scored last in the first half. Let's see, I scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Where's the first score of the game? Why can't I find it? It's starting to piss me off, to be honest with you. I know it's there somewhere. They have to have it somewhere here. Shortest touchdown, the 1.5, the 36.5. Total touchdowns by both teams. The team make a field goal in the fourth quarter. No. Live price, Seattle 5.5. There is some 4.5 minus money as well out there. There is a 5 minus 17 at Chris. Would only have the favorite at this point. Nothing for the time being. Let's see. 42.5 and 43 are the most prevalent totals. There is a 43.5 under a bunch at Pinnacle, and there is a 41.5 at the Westgate over a bunch. But yeah, so somewhere the mean price is between 42 and 43. I need to get my Twitter feeds up to speeds as well. John Murray, my friend at the Westgate, head's a big loser for us, so I'm not sure what they bet. Oh, Darren Ravel says better bet 253,000 on heads. It hit heads, so he wins 245 at 631. Must have been like a minus 102, minus 101, minus 102, minus 103 actually. Quick math. All right, they start at the 10 officially. Walker is in the backfield. This is an offset eye. The tight end was back there with him. They throw it, and it's incomplete. Could have been caught by Jackson Smith-Njigba, but it wasn't. Almost picked off by the Pats on the deflection. Second 10. That's an interesting play. They can go back to that formation and run all kinds of stuff out of it. There's like a little inside shovel. There's a counter on the run. There's all kinds of things they can do with that. I'm sure they'll look at the pictures on the tablet and go back and see where the Patriots maybe were cheating a little bit and try to exploit that later on. This is a throw out, and it's caught by Smith-Njigba. He gets 4 exactly. So that's his first catch. It goes under the total. I'm almost sure of that. Yeah, 12.5 was his number. So he goes under. How did they get to play that fucking horn on third down? It's a neutral game. And they're a 5-point dog. How are they even the home team? Like, Seattle was a higher seed. They're the favorite. Like, in what world can the Patriots get to play that fucking horn on third down? At the 14, 3rd and 6, shotgun, trips right, back offset to his left. There's a blitz. He dodges it. He's still looking. He fires. Oh, Smith-Njigba broke free. If he just would have hit him, it's a walk-in touchdown. 21 blitzed and missed him. And then he comes back and he knows he's coming. Oh, it's a touchdown. It's a walk-in touchdown. It is a stroll-in touchdown. It's one that I could have scored. Maybe not, now that I'm 48 and run about a 7 flat. But at some point in my life, I could have scored from there. The punt's a bomb. Back to the 35, 36. $50. That'll go over the 48 and a half of Dixon's first gross punt. Darnold hasn't run it yet. Man, that play could have absolutely ruined some of the prop situations. I mean, ruined. Like it would have automatically put Smith-Njigba over every receiving prop that he would have had. It would have put Darnold in a situation where he's a huge favorite to get to all his numbers now. Nobody cares about this shit most of the time, but I always think in the Super Bowl it's great. I realize that DraftKings is so fucking ridiculous and robotic that they have all this stuff every game of the whole year, a lot of it at least. But I always like the guys, like I said, when I did this manually, it was always fun. And you got the book, and you can look at it, and you can go back and see where it opened and where it closes. That shit just, to me, is great. Will both teams complete their first pass attempt? I don't think that happened, did it? No, maybe it did. Shit. If you guys want to help me on this, feel free. Top of the hour, Chris Gotterup has won the golf tournament. I'm sure you guys may or may not have seen that. It was a Hideki Matsuyama was up by a stroke going on to 17, and he hit a drive to the fringe and on a par 4. All he had to do was find a way to get 4-4 coming in. He ends up not being able to get up and down from the fringe, so he pars 17. And then his first bogey on the back nine the entire week came on 18. He hit it in the bunker left, which was like some sort of church pew piano type shit. And it was kind of he had enough room to get it up from 120 to the green, but he didn't. He ended up hitting the lip and was about 60 yards short and couldn't get up and down from there. So he ended up going 4-5 to force his way into a tie. Gotterup, who finished one stroke ahead of Scheffler and a few others, ends up winning the playoff. And he was, I don't know, I think 50 or 60 to 1 to win the tournament. I had a couple of friends that had him, and they basically didn't think that he had a shot. So those guys are enjoying found money right now. Hopefully they're donking it back on the Super Bowl somewhere. We are at the 6:07 mark of the first quarter after the bags go 3 and out. Patriots take it back over. Again, I think that's on their own 25. Live price 3.5 minus money, 4 flat out there as well. 43.5 under, 42.5 flat. Not much of a change given the fact that last drive didn't last very long, only about 90 seconds. So live total is not going to move much. When it's a 45 on a game that's a 60-minute game, that's a pretty simple math calculation. 3/4 of a point per minute is what's expected to be scored. So you take the fact they played 9 minutes, they have 3 on the board. Basically, 3/4 times the 45 plus the 6 minutes left, and then add the 3 points that are already on the board. And that's your live price. Of course, it's not that simple. There's overtime that has to be accounted for by some people, and depending on what the point spread is, whatever. And sometimes second half it's a little bit higher scoring than the first. May steps up, zips one in there, and that's booty. Thank God. I thought it was fucking Diggs. I was going to puke. What's the game there? Booty for 21 yards. That's over his first completion. It's 10.5. At the 43, here's a draw. This is Henderson. He gets swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. Good. Stop that fucking running the ball. Throw the guy the ball. Don't run it with him. Let him catch a pass. Loses 4. That's his first carry. Goes under the total. Second and 14 at the 46. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Seattle's showing a bunch of guys at the line. They do come with the blitz. They throw into it. Oh, fuck off. Henderson does make a catch, so we get over that prop. That's a winner. I'll take it. Problem is I have over the yardage as well. We lose one there. Lose 2 there is what the official stat is. Are you shitting me? So his first catch, which isn't a part of the props, but will he catch a pass or will it's his over under on total? That goes over already. So we're good there. It's great. It's great to win a bet in the first quarter. May, sacked. This 21 Witherspoon again reels him right in. And he's showing off with the fishing shit. I'll take it. Patriots don't get anything there. They get a catch from Henderson. He gets on the board. Tip of the hat to Paul Charchian to get us on the board here. This time they had Stevenson there to block number 3, and he couldn't get him either. 3 and 21 for Seattle are motherfuckers. These guys are a bitch. Pats will punt from their own 42. 4th and 25. This is a bomb back to the 7. 51 yards. Return only out to the 13 or so, Shaheed. That's where Seattle will start at the 3:29 mark. There'll be another commercial. Those of you who care about the commercials, sorry I'm not here for all that. You guys enjoy it. I have a subscription to The Athletic. I'm sure tomorrow they'll come back. Richard Deitch or someone will have a story about the commercials, and I'll be able to watch the top 10 commercials, whatever. But no reason during the game to do all that. Too much other stuff going on here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see this Diggs receiving yards in the first quarter, 7.5. New England was never a favorite to get the ball first. I could have went under that one. Here I was so worried about his first one being under 8.5. He hasn't even caught one yet. Fuck. Sorry for the language. Thanks for checking me out here. I am Rex Byers, your host in the Sweatbox. 7:07 p.m. on the East Coast, 4:07 out west. I am in Las Vegas at my condo enjoying things. I sent out a tweet earlier you guys should check out if you get a chance. I went to the South Point, which is a half mile from here. Ended up running into the window of Brendan Gaughan, the son of the owner. What a fascinating and great complex character this guy is. Alvin the Chipmunk with a good question that's going to show me my age or have everybody know my age. The first Super Bowl I ever remember as a kid is probably when the Raiders beat the Redskins. I think it was like 38-16 or 38-9 or something like that. Marcus Allen had the longest run in the history of the Super Bowl that year. I want to say it was 1984, which would have made me like 7, maybe 85. No, because the Bears won it the 2 years later, 85-86 season. Yeah, I would say the Raiders-Redskins Super Bowl where the Raiders won. And that played a small part of me being a Raider fan for a while growing up. The other part was the fact that my dad, well, really the Colts came to Indianapolis and he started liking the Colts. But before that, he was anti-Raiders. He liked the Purdue quarterbacks, so he was pro-Greasy. So he liked the Dolphins. Before that, I think he liked the Bengals some. And I was always like, whatever my dad liked, I was one of those rebels as a kid that he let me find my own way. And unfortunately, I found my way to root against all his teams and sides growing up. I never really kept any of them into the business that we're in now with sports betting. I don't really bother with like favorite teams for the most part. The exceptions are certainly back now with Kentucky basketball with Mark Pope, who I think is a really good coach and doing a good job with the talent that he's got this year. So I'm a little bit more pro-Kentucky basketball than I was in the past, and I've always liked Florida State football, but I can certainly have no problem betting against them. Unfortunately, that was a common theme the last couple of years. Live price 4.5 and 39.5 under money on the total here as we start from the 13-yard line for the Bags, up 3-0, 3:29 to go in the first quarter. Seattle some motion right into a trips, and they run it to the right. This is Walker again. Give him maybe 3. I will say one thing. As much as I've made fun of the Patriots' schedule and was basically derogatory about them all year, they've had to answer the bell in spades, especially on offense in these last 4 games. These defenses they're playing are all 4 in the top 10 of DVOA. Seattle number 1. So no surprise they're struggling early. I'm not a big fan of New England's offense. Certainly think that they were very fortunate to win the game last week. Seattle doesn't make mistakes. I can't see how they lose the game. But I also was never interested in laying 4, 4.5, 5 points. Big number in these games. God, they're playing that fucking horn again, man. It's gonna drive me nuts. I have to hit mute. That's why I don't have to listen to that horn. PTSD shit. Two minutes and 20 seconds to go. Clock continues to move. 3rd and 7. At the 16. Gun, time. Dumped it off to the tight end. It's caught. That's Barner. Out to the 28. 1st down, Seattle. He had a 15-yarder earlier and a 12 there. 2 for 27. That is the Kelsey play. There's some first quarter props that I'm going to try to read here and get myself to. At the 28, 90 seconds, clock moving. Play fake. Here comes the Shaheed reverse. And the Pat sniffed it out. 31 was well into the backfield and didn't get touched. Big loss there, maybe like 4 or 5 yards. Couldn't get himself turned going the right way. Rushing attempt by Shaheed goes under the total. Gosh, damn, they didn't block this guy. Loses 5. Trips right, 2 to the left. Shotgun, empty backfield. Here comes a blitz. They fire into it. Incomplete. Smith-Njigba was the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd and 15. Would not be surprised here if Seattle goes ahead and runs something fairly safe. Lets the clock run out and punt it to start the 2nd quarter. Collinsworth has been spot on with a couple of points tonight. They're throwing caution to the wind. Edge rusher against 11 for Seattle is supposed to be a mismatch, but Patriots know that they were going to get there. This is only a 3-man rush this time. The throw is by Darnold to the sticks. It's out of bounds. I'm not going to fault him there. Certainly, there was no real window to make that throw. Had to throw it out of bounds. Collinsworth's had some moments over the last few years where I feel like he's lost some off of his fastball, but he's been really good tonight. Those are all good observations he just made. Dixon's punt, not a good one. Caught at the 32, 44-yarder. He gets away for a minute, and that was about the most exciting 0-yard or 1-yard return you're going to see. 19 seconds left to go in the first. I would assume they'll keep it here. Roger Federer seems to have magically grown some hair back. I like when they show the celebrities once. Don't show them 100 times. The UFC does a really good job about that. They'll show the celebrities between fights a few times. Let's see if New England maybe tries to look for a screen or two here, which would be great given all these blitzes Seattle's sending at them, especially for my running backs and their props to go over here. That's a carry by the back. I think that was Stevenson, right? For 5 yards to the 37. That's the end of 1. Live price coming in a second. Seattle 3, New England 1 into the first quarter. I'm going to change my pins after this because we have different quarter. I need to make connotations Let's see. Both teams have a lead in the first half. That's a hell of a prop. Let's see. See, I scored a touchdown in the first quarter. No. Patriots scored a touchdown in the first quarter. No. Let's see. Coach's challenge is nothing there yet. Longest touchdown, shortest touchdown. There hasn't been a touchdown. I'm sure they'll be sweating that one. The way that this first half's gone, touchdowns are going to be hard to come by in this game. Seattle had to fucking really weave a couple of nice throws in there on that first drive to even get any points. And the other team hasn't even been close yet. Gross yardage will at least one quarter be scoreless. Where can I not find the first score of the game be a field goal? Why is it that? Why can't I find that? Show you the fuck they're dealing with. Darnold picks, rushing yards. I can't do all this. This is too much. Rushing yards by Darnold in the first quarter. I can do that one. Does he have any carries? I don't think so. Nope. 0. So under that one is a half yard was minus $3. No surprise. Good number. Good prop. I mean, it's out there. It's not like college. In college, the difference with the rushing props in the NFL is if you get sacked in college, those count as rushing yards lost. So like a quarterback can run for 100 yards and get sacked 4 times for 33 yards, and all of a sudden he only has 67 yards rushing. It's crazy. In the NFL, those sacks do not count as rushing yards. Live price 3.5 flat is the most, we'll call it the closest thing to the middle that we see in this one. 3.5 seems to be close to par, mean, median, all of it. 37.5 under a bunch, 37 flat as well. I can't make a recommendation. I mean, I like under, but now it's below 38, and who knows? These things always open up. Part of my biggest flaw, and I've said this on all these playoff broadcasts that I've done, that I fell into the trap 3 times early in these playoffs and lost them all with unders. Now I did get there the last one. I think it was a Seattle game last time, but to have under in all these games and then have it just go flying over, it gets frustrating because it's like, how? Like, in what world can that keep happening? But it does. And even in this game where it looks like it's supposed to be a dead nut under so far, by no means is that set. Roger Craig looks amazing for how old he is. He's got to be 70, right? God, he looks great. I need to know what to do so I can look that way when I'm 70. Alvin the Chipmunk, 84. Yes, sir. 38.9. Yep. I think I'd gunned to my head I would have gotten that. I don't know off the top of my head if I wouldn't have thought about it for a minute or two. I think it was 38-3 at one point, and then the Redskins scored at the very end. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, here we go. So 4.5 and 45 was the closing price for the game. The live prices are closer to 4. 3.5 minus money total around 37, give or take. As we start the second quarter, the Patriots 2nd and 5 at their own 38, I believe. And here we go. Oh, wow. Henry was open. The throw was maybe a little offline, but he still should have caught it, I think. And then it was deflected and almost intercepted. Oh, 8 for Seattle was worried about trying to kill the guy instead of making an interception off a deflection. Diggs would be a good place to start for a 3-yard gain. Where is he? 3rd and 5? I need one catch for less than 9 yards. There he is in motion. He's on the right side now. Trips to the left. Back is offset to the left. It's a draw. No sniff. Stevenson loses a yard. They're going to have to punt it back on at the 36. 4th down. Interesting. Collinsworth saying that he thinks the defense will keep him in it. Maybe he's right. I can't believe I'm sitting here. He's absolutely fucking nutted the game so far. There is a flag down. There will be a penalty. First one of the game. Shaheed catches at the 23. I don't think New England had enough guys on the line. Maybe there's not a flag. I thought I saw a flag. No? $14-10 to go in the second quarter. No timeouts have been used. No challenges have been made. The net yards is dead fucking under. God, I'm so glad I got that catch out of Stevenson out of the way. And I need him to get over 4.5 yards. Darnold, play fake. Taking a shot down the field. Shaheed, it's knocked down at the last second by the corner for New England, 0. What a nice play. That's Gonzalez. I know that there are people who have told me at books in town that he was their biggest exposure. I think maybe Bet Online too. I can't remember. Somebody else told me in town and also offshore, at least one or two different places, that Gonzalez was a big MVP liability. You know, they bet a little to win a lot on him to win the MVP of this game. He's certainly in play after one of those. He gets himself a pick and it's a low-scoring game. After that play, he's in it. 2nd and 10 at the 24. After the Seahawks take their shot, nothing works. Here's a draw to Walker. No change. Oh, he breaks out. Oh, and he's broke a tackle. And he's still going. No flag. He was stacked up at the line. I even called the play dead. I said no shot. Bravel's furious. Give him 30. That's going to really help his rushing prop, too. The kid was a stud at Michigan State. I was with the Westgate that year, and he used to drive me nuts. When, because at Michigan State, they had that coach who didn't have a clue what he was doing. But they had a quarterback that was kind of had a rabbit up its ass most of the year, but they had that running back who was a monster. And they won like 9 or 10 games, and I kept betting against them, and they kept beating me. And I was just like, all right, I know who's the good player on this team, and it's that running back. And when the Seahawks drafted him, I said, they know what they're doing. That guy elevated everybody around him. All right, at the 46, 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Darnold hands it to the back again. Walker bangs his way through the right side to the 30, the 25, the 20, down to the 17, 29 more. This is excellent work here for everything that has to do properly with New England and my running backs going over. Just get them behind by a couple scores and make them throw the ball to these backs. Game script is going exactly how I wanted it to. Man, this guy's a monster. I probably should have taken 9. It's somewhat of a correlation. 9's rushing yards over in addition to their New England backs receiving yards over. 59 yards on this drive on those 2 carries alone here. They give it to him again. He makes a guy miss, and then the second guy does not miss. Loses 2. 44 missed him, 31 did not. Woodson makes the play. Live price up to now 6.5 painted. I'm not going to give that to you on the. I like it a lot. I don't know how New England's going to score. The general manager Shadow deserves a lot of credit. They just seem like they do so well in all their drafts, and the fact that he was able to build a franchise to win a Super Bowl and come close in another one, and then 10 years later with an entirely different roster, do it again. That's never happened before in this league. At the 19, 12 minutes to go in the half, clock moving, 3 on the play clock. Darnold blitzed, fires, incomplete. They let this play? No, okay, they're not. $12:04 left, so I'm fake news. 3rd and 12 now. The aggressiveness by these defenses is crazy. Darnold's awareness to know that blitz was there. He did realize it. That's why he threw it. That's a good play. He knew it. He knew it. He's right. Chris is right. The defense, I feel like I have to bet under. I almost want him to score a touchdown here. Play fake? Nope, they do give it to Walker. That tells you all you need to know. That's it. It's not too late. You guys that saw it earlier than me, or you guys that have been listening to Collinsworth, you guys have it right. Let me get this field goal out of the way, and let's go under live. I give up. I feel like I missed the number at 38, 38 and a half better. I don't care at this point. I mean, it's just so hard for these teams. He's right. This is a Myers is good from 33. This was from 39. This one's good as well, and I believe that will be over his longest field goal. I think his was 38 and a half. No, that is 39 though, so that's 72 in field goals made so far. That prop, the over, that 123 and a half seems like it's gold. Hang tight, let's get a lot of play here. What do we got? 36 and a half, 30, I need 37. Under 37 is the play. Anything all the way to minus 120 is good. There's flat out there if you look for it. 4:27 Pacific time, 7:27 Eastern. Welcome in if you haven't seen me before. I am Rex Byers, your host here on the Sweatbox. REX_BEYERS. Let's try to catch up on a couple of chats here. Kelly Robinson, 8477. What's good, Big Rex? Good to see you sweating it out in the Sweatbox today. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you for that. I am going to Los Angeles tomorrow, taking a 4-hour drive down to Commerce. One of my friends is playing in a poker tournament the next 2 days. He's an 8 or better and a horse guy, so there's a back-to-back couple of tournaments that he's going to be in. I'm just going to go down there. He's done me some favors in the past when I used to live in Costa Rica and he lived in Panama. He let me stay with him for free a couple times. I just thought, you know what, Dave, I don't mind. It's a good chance to hang out with him. He's in the business. He used to work at Bet Online. He's going to pay for my gas and hotel and food. And in the meantime, I'm going to go out there and hang out. We're going to go back and forth about war stories, talk about the business, where things are, where things are headed, what we think we're both going to do going forward. He's having trouble finding work as well, so he plays poker professionally. I'm having trouble finding work, so I'm doing this. I'm in. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. Under 37, game 110, the Super Bowl. Under 37, minus 120 or better. 110 here. For 2.5 units meet to big. 6-0, 11-16, second quarter. Okay, so it's in the chat on both YouTube and on Twitch. I am doing the primary feeds coming for me out of the Streamlabs feed, which means I'm able to do both at the same time. With the Twitch feeds, obviously where I'm most comfortable and best off. So yeah, everything's there. Do with it what you want, but yeah, I hope that I don't fall into the bear trap again. But I got to be honest, I'm usually not one that falls for these announcers and usually think that they're all trash and don't like listening to them. But Collinsworth has been great. I mean, Tarico's called a good game as play-by-play guy, but Collinsworth as the analyst has been spot on with these defenses being way ahead, and I don't see how it's going to change. Like nothing I've seen so far. It could. I mean, these Super Bowls. One year the Patriots beat Carolina 32-29, and that was 61 points. And there were 2 quarters where 0 points were scored in either one of them. The first and the third quarters had 0, and the second and the fourth had 61. So obviously things can change. I just don't know what will, based on what I've seen with the personnel situations. It's not like they're going to go ahead and just magically start figuring out how to move the ball against these guys. That's not the way it works. Seattle, these are both 2 really good defenses, even though New England's played nobody, and Seattle's been stymied by a few teams on offense this year. They've also played a much tougher schedule. I mean, it's been tough. Live price 5.5 flat on the side, 37 going into the first down play at the 35 by the Pats. They bang it up the middle. This is Henderson for about 3. I like the idea that they're getting the backs involved. I wish they would get them involved in the throwing game and not the running game. As those of you who have watched me or listened to me for the last 2 weeks, was on Captain Jack's show last night. It's one of the last guests, and basically my thought process there was, I gave him the Henderson over a half catch. We bet it at minus 150, minus 170, minus 180, and then close minus 210. He's already got his catch. Needs some yards now, though. Also have him over yards. Uh-oh, Mace. Oh, my God. Is that Mills? Oh, man. 98 just buried the right guard and into the backfield with another sack. Left guard. Oh, just smashed him. Just a complete. This is Collinsworth's on his game tonight. 3rd and 17. No, no, no. Yes. Yes. First catch, Diggs, under the fucking total. Great. That was not the way that I thought he was going to get involved with it. Jesus. How many did he get? Was certainly not enough. Oh, the alternate ref comes in there. He didn't get enough. That's all I know. Under. Give him 6. Good. Under 8.5. Take it down. All right. Good start. Good start. 9:23 to go. Here comes a punt from the 33. Not a good one. Caught at the 28. Only 39 yards. Shaheed catches it. That's where Seattle's going to start their next drive. They're up 6-0. And they have it again. Total now down to 36, 35.5. Hang tight. I'll give you some more live prices here shortly. Let me look and see what's going on. We have Colgate in the house. Colgate. Colgate. Those of you who are unfamiliar with Southern Indiana, the Colgate clock in Clarksville, which is where my dad was a high school basketball coach and where I graduated from high school, had I believe it's the second largest clock in the world behind Big Ben. The Colgate Palmolive plant was the home of that clock. It still is. There is also a Colgate gym that had a Colgate Elementary about a mile up the road. And we had some fierce basketball wars that evidently are still being played. I've seen some tape of those games. Got to be honest, quality level there, in my mind, some of it's probably improved based on the shot-making ability of some of these kids. But I feel like that you got way more white dudes playing in the Colgate League than used to be. I feel like the athleticism level's kind of gone down a little bit, but the quality of play has probably gone up. I need to lose a little weight and get my ass back in there around Derby time. Maybe I can talk to a couple of folks and figure out when they're usually hooping these days and try to make a cameo when I get home for Derby week. Live price 6.5 flat on Seattle. Total 35.5. There is some 36 out there as well. Obviously, we're involved, as I put in the chat, at 37 flat. And I feel like I have a pretty good spot here. Actually, if you didn't get it the first time, I wouldn't even be really hesitant to go for more. The only problem about it now is you start screwing with key numbers if you didn't get the 37. Obviously, I already missed the 38, and I kind of feel sick about that. But the game's playing out. I mean, Collinsworth's nutted it so far in terms of saying like what's happening and how things are happening up front. And the line of scrimmages are being dominated by the defenses. I mean, all that stuff's right. It's just completely a defensive-oriented game, and I think both teams have settled into that and understood that it's going to be imperative to not make mistakes and try to win it that way. You've seen both teams basically give up on 3rd and long to not even bother to try to convert. They just say, screw it, we'll just punt it back to you and wait for you to make a mistake. Patriots are the second team in the last 21 Super Bowls to punt on each of the first 4 drives of Super Bowl. The Rams did the same thing in Super Bowl 53. And that was a game where the Rams got beat, I believe, 13-3. Yeah, I think if you lay 6, you're getting the best of it here. I'm going to regret not betting that at that half. Let's just wait for one more drive. Let's see what happens here. But I feel like the live bet there at the end of that drive would have been a good play. -6 on the Rams. But 6 flat or 6 -20 at the most. 6.5 is no good. At the 29 is where they start. 9:16 to go in the second. I am Rex Byers, your host here in the Sweatbox. Thanks for checking out the game with me here. YouTube TV, Twitch TV, Walker again. He's going to mutilate all his props as long as he stays healthy. This gain is for 85 yards already in the first 21 minutes. Has he already gotten there? Shit. Hang on. I hate being blind. $73.5. He's already over everything. Second one, nothing there. Wow. 125 rushing yards or more was 6-1. Oh my God. Oh, here's one that I missed. First quarter rushing yards, 18.5. Did he go over that, or he had to be close? Because he had like 60-something on the last drive. So he may not have gotten there in the first quarter. That'd be a horrible beat if he gets to like 150 and he didn't have 18.5 in the first. And that was even with them getting the ball first because the Patriots deferred. Seattle going jumbo here. First down at the 39. They did give him the spot. Walker by himself in the backfield. Play fake Darnold. Gets away from a guy. Fires it. Incomplete. Walker wanted no piece of that. That Spillane's a monster. Second 10, 7:51 to go in the quarter. Caught. This is Kupp's first catch of the night, I believe. He's going to get 6. Let's grade that one. Oh, no, he had a 22-yarder in the first drive. I think Walker, that was his first catch, that last one, which would be under the total. It was 7.5. Great job by Darnold to get out of that mess. Fires it. Caught. Walker. First down. Did they not give that Walker catch an actual catch? Was that a run? Walker for 6. Either way, those are both shorter than the total. So he's under 7.5. That's a under winner. Surprised that was one of the Westgate props that they didn't have juice on. Sorry, they did have juice on. They could have used 6.5 over money or 7.5 under money. They chose 7.5 under money. The give is to Walker again. He bides his time up the middle and bangs his way down to the 43. Gain will be for about 6. I'm sorry, for about 4. He's second 6. The guy is so patient, man. God, he's such a good running back. 6.5. I got to lay that. That can't be the line. The Patriots can't score. Inside of 6 minutes to go. At the 43, let's call it, second 6. Helani's first carry. He gets whacked after maybe 1, maybe 2. First rushing attempt under the total for him. Let's see. Hang on. They might have given him 3. No, only 1 actually. Under. Oh, man. Come on. I almost want him to fucking punt it. I think I'll get a better price. I get a 6 again on fucking Seattle. New England ain't doing shit against this team. 3rd and 5 at the 42. Trips right. Back offset to the left. Kupp is to the left as well. Back motion's left. Out of the backfield. 4-man rush. They fire to the back. Walker, and he drops it. Spillane got there. If he catches it, I think he falls forward and gets enough for the first down. Doesn't work out that way. Yeah, Cup did it. Cup set the pick. The punt's a good one. Inside the 5. Down to the 2, maybe the 3. 4:58 to go in the second quarter. All right. Okay, here we go. Now it's time to get some Seattle live. Hang tight. Hang on. Seattle live. We're looking for 6. Okay, we're waiting to see if the order can come in here. Hold, please. Live prices are out there. 6.5 flat. They're 6.5 dog money. Pinnacle is 6.5 plus 01. I've told my guy I'm okay with that. Um, 6 is not really like supposed to fall. It could. I mean, if the Patriots can't score any touchdowns, what if it goes 9-3 or fucking 12-6? I mean, who knows? Um, and I'll pay on that. This is a medium 2-unit play. We're waiting for trying to get 6 minus 15 or 6 minus 10. The 6 minus 15 compared to 6.5 plus 01, believe it or not, that's 16 cents difference. I actually think that half point's usually not worth anything close to 10, 12, 13 cents. This game it might be. And so I just said, like if we have a pinnacle play, that's okay. Um, okay, we're going again. Need to put this on the chat. So I told you it's there, and we did get some Super Bowl Seattle minus 6.5 plus 01. Good to minus 6 live. 6-0. Second and 7 at the 5. What do we have here? Timeout? Timeout Seattle. Let's grade that one. Will both teams have the lead in the first half? Team to score first, team to score last. Both teams score in the first quarter, so no. 40 or longer, no. 33 or longer, not there yet either. Team to score last, first touchdown will be passing or any other. Score, safety. There. Where was the timeout? Here we go. Team to talk timeout first is Seattle. I am having a chat with. Oh wow, first down Pats. May throws a little an out huge first down, only the fourth for the Patriots to move it down to the 14 now, right at the sticks, and they'll keep the clock moving inside of 4 minutes to go in the first half. This is Stevenson bangs his way out of bounds for about three. At 3:39, the clock in the first half will continue to move when he goes out of bounds. I was talking to Ed Samuels a minute ago. And I'll give you his thoughts as we get closer to the half, maybe the 2 minute warning. He's very sharp, very good football mind, very smart guy. Um, yeah, anyways, I was mentioning how fun it was for me. I just told him, go ahead and grade 10117, team to call timeout first. He laughed. So that's one of the things that I missed the most about working offshore, working at Caesars, and working at the Westgate was grading these props as they happen one after one. You know, bang, 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 bang. Jeff Davis in 2020 took us to, this is before the pandemic, took us to Monte Cristo after the Super Bowl. Everybody got done working. They gave him the okay to pull out the Caesars corporate card. And we went to Monte Cristo and had several cocktails each and a little bit of finger food. And it was just it was a fun night. You know, you get to the Super Bowl and it's, you know, whether you win or lose, you're happy that football's over and ready to move on with something else. Literally, we know a pandemic is going to shut down the country about 5 weeks after that. There's a flag at the 3:08 mark. Is that the first flag? It is the first flag. First penalty? Where's first penalty? Oh, fuck it. I'm sorry. I can't find it. I'm ready to give up on these fucking props. I'm doing the best I can. I'm only one guy. 3rd and 12. He takes a shot. No chance. Hollins was the only one down there. Two Seattle guys were near him. Absolutely the closest thing I've seen to a Hail Mary today. 4th and 12. Pats will punt it. 3:03 left. Seattle 2 timeouts and Shaheed back at the 32. He does break the first tackle. To the 35, the 40, the 42, the 44. Call it the 43. 2:50 to go in the first half. Seattle with 2 timeouts and the 2 minute warning to work with. Patriots have all 3 timeouts. And they get the ball to start the second half. But they haven't scored. Total's now down to 31.5. I agree with it. And again, the Seattle bet now looks a lot better. I would not lay 7.5 or 8.5, which is out there now in the lives. So there's some 31.5 as well. Yeah, if you wanted to get up to 7, like I could see it, like at even money or minus -05. No way can you lay more than that. It's just too many points. I mean, the game line was too high, but you know, like I said, I've seen enough of this so far that I'll be really surprised if New England does much on offense. Ed said one thing that I will share with you guys. I think that's loud. I don't think he told me to keep it private, but he's got a point. And I think that they're gonna. I told him I think they're gonna wait until halftime, and that's to get May rolling out. Get him out of the pocket. Let him do some things with his legs. Let him find something happening because that's what he does best. He's not that great of a passer. Let's be honest. But he has extreme athletic ability. Comes from a family that's got all kinds of great athletes. They played basketball at North Carolina. You know, we all know all these things. I mean, these are really athletic dudes. And Mays obviously has shown a great work ethic in the NFL, extreme faithfulness to the girl that he's been with since they were in middle school. All these things, you know, that you could never ask for from anybody, like character, personality, all the things that you want from a guy to be your leader. He's got them. I don't think that he's an elite passer, but I do think that he has enough raw talent and athletic ability to make plays. I think the Patriots are trying to kind of hang on to this and just get to the half. And even if it's 9-0 at the half, then they kind of try to unleash a different game plan. They do not want to do anything here at the start of this game that would allow Seattle to make adjustments. Because remember, this halftime is like 35 minutes. Like, it's going to be forever. It's not like a normal game where there's a 14-minute half where literally the guys go in there, drop their drawers, take a pee, drink some water, talk to their position coach for 2 minutes, and then they're back out on the field. Like, this is not a normal halftime. So it's a different thing, and I really think that you would, and I told Ed that, I said, I think that it'll be a situation where in these type of games where there's an adjustment to be made, the Patriots are going to hold everything to the vest for now. Because I agree with him. The only chance for the Patriots to do anything on offense is to make adjustments with the quarterback, getting him out of the pocket. The problem is that they don't want to do that now because they're still in the game, even though they haven't done anything on offense. So just hang tight. Don't show anything that you don't have to do. Get to the locker room and then make some adjustments. You could see the offensive stats that are on the screen now when your NBC feeds comes back off the commercial. 149 to 52. Yardage per play is 4.8 to 2.2. Bags have it back. This is their best field position of the night for 43. Sorry, 2:50 to go in the half. Live price 8.5, total 32.5. Sorry, 31.5, 32. Walker play fake. They roll right, fire across the middle. It's caught. This is Cup at the 50. Give or take, give him about 7. It's good execution. The tight end was the primary guy, but the Patriots had him covered up, and he's able to look to the second guy. There's about a 4-second differential between game and play clock that will keep it to where the Seahawks have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. Let's see how aggressive they get here on second down. At midfield, the give is to Walker. He bangs his way through the middle. It's a first down to the 43. Give or take, the 42-ish. They'll blow it dead, and we are at the 2-minute warning. Gosh, I wish I would have had the foresight to call for no touchdowns in this game. It's in play. This is very reminiscent of the Patriots-Rams game. If you guys don't remember that a few years ago, that was a game. It got into the fourth quarter with the score. I think it was 6-3, Pats. And the Patriots scored their first touchdown. Who scored it? Gosh, damn! What a trivia question this is. One of these backs for New England that was like interchangeable. Belichick had 27 different running backs, and none of them worth a shit. They were all just guys, Like they basically made the running the people that follow the Patriots model figured out that you don't need a good running back to win in the NFL. As long as you have Tom Brady, you're fucking great. You're aces. No, it's I would say it was 6-3 in the fourth quarter, and they scored a touchdown. But I know that there was a couple people that had bets on exact Ram, and South Point took a bath on this. I think they had the Rams team total of exactly 3 points was like 200 or 300 to 1 or something. They just got absolutely brutalized on that, and a couple other people. I think my friend Zach White actually had that Rams exactly to finish on 3. Great bet. I mean, who thinks of that in the Super Bowl? But he apparently saw something from his research and tape to correctly assess the situation, and it worked out well for him. Good for him. And I know some people got beat up on that, and then in the books. And hey, that's life. You put up all these props, and you hope that there's just so many of them that the public buries himself in whatever, and the juice takes care of itself most of the time, but not always. Some of these things that are they're bomb centric. I can promise you, if they had to redo some of this stuff at halftime, there's no way some of these lines would be what they are. I'm going to look at the Super Bowl. What did the Westgate Open? Let's see. What did they open the no touchdown? That's because that's the starting point for all right. Look at all some of these props, game specials. I mean, give me a break. Passing, rushing yards. You got trifectas now. That's new. I didn't have to do all that. They got the exact score. That's unfucking believable. The first quarter score. Seahawks 3, Patriots 0 was 12-1. Wow. I actually would have taken a shot at that if I'd have paid attention to it. Total passing yards, rushing, receiving yards for the team. First scoring play. That's a field goal for the Seahawks. Yeah, I'm not doing all this shit. Oh, the final score. There it is. Okay, the Patriots are 50-1 to get shut out. Total points scored 2-7 is 300-1. 8-14 is 100-1. 8-14 is in play. I can promise you that. As long as the game state is the way that it is now. The first touchdown, no touchdown scored is 120-1. I can promise you, if they had that fucking stat. How about no touchdown the second half, 10-1? That's terrible. Do better than that. It's so hard. Second half's almost always higher scoring. Last touchdown, 120. So same thing. Last touchdown, first half, 10-1. Bad job. Math on 10-1 and 10-1 doesn't get to 120. All right, 2nd and 9, 117, clock moving. Dump off, caught. This is Huolani. Wow, busts his ass to get about 7. Great work. This is just a Mexican sweat, just an absolute stare down between these coaches. We're inside of a minute to go now, 3rd and 2. I have a good story about the last New England Seattle Super Bowl. I'm going to share it with you in the second half. Remind me. Colgate League, if you watch Bad Bunny at halftime, appreciate you for saying that. I won't watch. I don't watch the halftime shows in general. I'll get the highlights whenever. I'm taking a break. I need to eat. I'm hungry. And I've been sitting here talking, running my dick smoker for the last 90 minutes. It's time to take a little break. I'm going to take a half hour, and I'm going to eat, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And then I'm going to get up tomorrow morning at about 5:30 a.m. I'm going to drive down to Commerce, California with my buddy. He's going to play poker, and I'm going to the spa. That's that. Yeah, no halftime for me. I don't, like I said, I'm not going to get political. I don't care. It just is what it is. I speak Spanish. I don't like the guy's music, but I don't care about that. I'm just, like I say, if it's anything that's important enough or good enough, then I'll see the highlights later. Same thing with the commercials. I don't watch the commercials. I don't particularly care. There's an interesting one now about Dunkin' Donuts on with Carlton and Joey Tribbiani and Jennifer Aniston, and I think that's Affleck. But yeah, again, I'm sure the highlights will go. Ted Danson, cheers. I'm sure this will all come out tomorrow. So Dunkin' Donuts, I guess probably at a home. Oh yeah, Urkel. This is already pretty funny. I can't. Oh, Tom Brady. I got it on mute, but this is a good commercial. I mean, I haven't even seen the whole fucking thing yet. But yeah, I'm sure the highlight will come on tomorrow. It'll be good. Like I said, I haven't been paying much attention. I've been talking to you guys the whole time. Live price 8.5. There is some 9 out there. Total 30.5, 31.5 under money. I will. The plan is, as things stand, I'm going to hang out with you guys as we go into the locker room, and I'm going to do my work. Maybe take 30 to 45 seconds to come up with a number, see what's out there in the market, decide if we're going to bet anything or not, decide if I have a number after that, and yay or nay, doesn't matter. After that, I'm going to take a break, and then if something comes up before the kick, then we'll get involved. If not, then that's okay. We'll start the stream as soon as the third quarter kicks, or just a little bit before that. But yeah, I have the halftime show on mute. I'm not changing anything else. I got 9 TVs. I'm not turning any of those channels on. So yeah, Colgate League, you can say what you want. You're not influencing my decision to watch or not watch the halftime show. You guys do whatever the fuck you want to. Everybody's an American citizen that has First Amendment rights and can do or say whatever they want. Freedom of all choices of expressions. Who am I to sit here and try to babysit? It is what it is. I'm a libertarian by nature. I would prefer the government to stay out of my life. I prefer people not to tell me what to do. I prefer not to be taxed a lot of money for stuff and pay for people's shit that that they need to, quite frankly, fund themselves. And I'm someone that hasn't had a job for a long time, so here I am saying that shit like that. What do we got here? Is a wind blowing from? It looks like from the right to left. I don't know if NBC's making that to be a little bit exaggerated or not. 32 seconds left. First and 10 at the 30. Are you kidding me with this feed? My feed just went out. Now it's back. NBC's never had a problem. This is concerning. I do have a second antenna feed that I'll have to turn on. It's in a different spot, so one of them will work for sure, but I'll turn it on to be safe here at halftime. So Seattle has called their last timeout now. Second and 3, 23 seconds left. Collinsworth's been all aces today. At the 23, second and 3. Play clock down to 12. 23 seconds to go in the half. Seattle has 2 to the right. The back is offset to the left. There's a tight end and a receiver to the left. The throw is complete to Kupp. It's only for 3 yards. The clock runs. They're out of timeouts. No, he didn't catch it. That's even better for them. Yeah, I'm sure that the Patriots are saying, no, he caught it. That's a catch. That's a catch. They're going to have a 10-second runoff on this. Oh, I don't know. God damn, that's so close. The one angle showed it looked like it was a catch. The other one looked like it might be a drop. That angle there is a catch. The other one was hit the oh, here's one. Wow. This third angle looks like it's not a catch as well. The thing I like about McCauley, and Paul brought this up the other day on VC, and he's right, is that the McCauley doesn't give a fuck about all these other people. Like all these other people that come on there that do the Steratore guy on CBS and another guy that does ESPN. All those guys just suck the officials off. And, oh, well, yeah, I can see why they did that. Like they don't ever try to argue or be to try to have confrontational. This guy doesn't care. He'll just call it how he sees it. Yeah, I actually, like I say, that's one of those, if they called it on the field as a catch, then that time's not right. They had to put like 4 more seconds back on the clock, don't they? Okay, there we go. 15 to 20. All right. Yeah, so, yeah, no, that actually was a blessing in disguise for Seattle because that first down doesn't do them any good there. I mean, they got to take a shot. So 20 seconds left, 3rd and 3. Timeout New England. Next Gen Stats, those who are offshore can bet that, or in the Polymarket Cauchy exchanges, prediction markets, whatever the fuck you call it. Those are gradable now. I'm sure that was a next Gen Stat was a favorite to be mentioned. NBC and Amazon invested heavily in Collinsworth, one of the owners, so that was always going to come up at some point. Live price is down, given the situation in game state. 20 seconds left, 3rd and 3 for Seattle, up 6-0 in the red zone, or just shy of the red zone, the 23. New England showing a 4-man rush. They do bring the 4. Darnold time, fires. It's behind the receiver, and Gonzalez gets his hand on it. Smith-Njigba was open, and the throw was not any good. Just a skinny post. Not a good throw. Good play. Almost picked it. This will be 4th and 3. This will be a 41-yarder. Snap down up. Good. And that will put him over the total. I think he had a 39. Let me see. Hang on. Maybe I'm not right. The other team score in the final 2 minutes of the first half, yes, is a winner. Both teams have the lead in the first half. No is the winner of that. 40 or longer. 41 for Seattle on the board. Oh, 3 straight times is in the bag. Yes, Seattle, minus 170 is in. 4 straight times is no is minus $4. So that becomes a sweat now, too. Yes is plus 330, or at least it was pregame. 33, 39, 41. Let's see, that's 60, that's 100, 100, 112, 113. So we only need one more field goal for over to get there. Either team make a field goal in the second quarter, yes. Distance of last touchdown, first touchdown, shortest touchdown, none of that's there yet. First touchdowns for both teams in the first half, under 2.5 is a winner. First touchdown, there we go. First score of the game, any other score, field goal, plus 130 was a winner. Patriots 5 punts in the first half, 8, 4, 3, 3, and 6 plays. 28, 6, 5, minus 2, and 15 yardage. Last score of the first half, any other score is a field goal, minus 125, surprising, but winner. Seahawks touchdown second quarter, no, plus 135. Patriots touchdown second quarter, no, even. Largest lead first half, either team 9.5. Under plus 140 is a winner. So it falls 9. There has not been a turnover. There have been no 2-point conversions or attempts, which we discussed this one. Darnold first down. Touchdown pass. No, no. It's too much. I give up. Frank B on no first down for Seattle. On 4th down, sorry, plus 150. What a great bet that is so far. Hope he wins it. He gave me really good information about that. I couldn't get the number, so I had to pass it. But so they're going to set up the stage. They're going to have a halftime show. Maria Taylor, who's, again, this will be great to watch. I'm sorry, it'll be great to mute and watch her. And then the halftime show is a no-brainer for me to grab some food. 10-1 first half. Mitch Moss, no TD. Brought it up, didn't bet it. Hate myself. He is right. He did mention over the last couple of weeks that he could see a scenario playing out where the game situation dictated that defense is going to dominate. Unregulated betting exchanges, Alvin the Chipmunk. Yeah. That's what the I got a couple people that are super enthusiastic about telling me that those that the Pauly Markets and Couchies need to be called that. Which again, that whatever. Everybody has their own opinion about whether they're supposed to be legal or not. The administration that's currently in office obviously has ties or familial ties to both Pauly Market and Cauchy. So good luck trying to get that changed at least before the midterms. Don't know what'll happen after that. All right, I'm sick of looking at this shit for the time being. Let me do the halftime work. Give me 30 seconds here. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm not sitting here trying to split the atom with this one. It's real simple, boys and girls. Um, I can't see anything that's not, given the game sit 9. If you wanted to be cute and try to deviate from the 9 because the game is not likely to fall 9, um, the thought process is pretty simple. You use a half dog whatever side, but to me it's just a dead ass pick flat. So half the dog 22, half whatever you think that half point's worth. The game sitting 9 is not a live number, but again at halftime, the half point's worth a lot more than what it is pregame. Obviously, when the game's sitting on 9 like this, half the dog 20, half the dog 22. Either way is fine. Pick flat, total 21 under 15, give or take. I like it a little bit lower, but I can understand why you have to make it a little bit higher because most of these games don't just literally get to a point where one team can't ever score. I mean, at some point, they made the Super Bowl for a reason. They're supposed to find a way to make some adjustments and make some plays. I'm sure that Vrabel, as conservative that he was late in the first half, will get May out of the pocket and do some things with him, with his legs in the second half. So that I'm supremely confident that New England's not going to get shut out. Now, hopefully, the motherfucker throws the ball to his running back, specifically Henderson, in the second half. And I could use a Henderson touchdown plus 380, but I'm not sure any of these motherfuckers can score a touchdown. It's completely one-way traffic at this point, and I don't know if that'll change or not. We'll have to see. As things stand, I don't think there's anything else to be done for the time being. The lines that I'm seeing are pretty similar to what I make, which means there's really not much to do betting-wise, so it's going to be a hard pass. And we'll go into the second half and see what happens. Halftime should last about another half hour. It's 8:15 Eastern Time, 5:15 Pacific. My name is Rex Byers. I am your host here on the Sweatbox. Thanks for checking me out. REX_BEYERS, YouTube TV, Twitch TV. It does not hurt you to hit the like button. I don't have any of them yet on YouTube today. Hit the like button, hit the share. Find a way to subscribe. Tell a friend. It doesn't cost you any money. All I need to do is get this thing to a point where if I don't have to get a regular job and do this every day, it'd be a lot better than actually getting a regular job in this stupid business. So please, by all means, both the live bets that I've made so far are in the chats. Alvin Chipmunk, you had a question. Did the books you work for have any superstitions to Super Bowl Sunday? At Victor Challenge, we're never allowed to wear green on Cheltenham Gold Cup Day. Super Bowl Sunday superstitions, no. Other than the fact that I know I was at Heritage and they allowed the clerks to drink after the game started, but they had to take it easy until the half because they had to work the phones at halftime. And after the halftime was over, everybody logged out and went home. A couple of my friends, Chapo in California and Billy Kosas, who everybody knows, Big Billy, that's been in the business at all, has had the most memorable phone call recording of all time. I still have that tape. And I really don't even begin to describe how incredible it is, where he had a guy call in to a wrong number and he just BS with the guy for a full 2 minutes. And it was one of the funniest things ever, just completely smashed. I mean, it's IT, corporate, tech call. We're having some problems up here. Yeah, whatever. So that's probably the best Super Bowl story that I got from someone who I wasn't there myself, but I got the tape because the PBX guy that was in charge at Heritage at the time kept that. And I remember I went down to visit him at Los Sueños in like 2010 or 2011, and he still had a copy of it. Even though he'd already left the company, he still had a copy of that tape, and he emailed it to me, and I still have it in my Hotmail account. So at this day, everybody else lost it, but I still have it, and that's pretty cool. That if I want to go to that tape, and I actually haven't listened to it probably since around this time last year, so maybe that'll be something I listen to literally after the game. Maybe after the game, just pull it up and listen to it. All right, so halftime's here. We'll have about 20 minutes or so before the second half starts, maybe 25. I'm going to grab some food. Halftime line prices are up, same as what I expected. Half dog money, half dog a quarter, half flat. I don't know how in any world anybody could sit there and say that New England's supposed to be the favorite, but who knows? They get the ball first. Maybe that's part of it. Total, the same thing as I mentioned, 21 flat, 21 under money. Again, no surprises, no opinions. The two live bets I made are both in the chat. Under 37, minus 120 or better, which was minus 110 for me. And Seattle minus 6.5 plus 01. Still like it. Nothing here. Let's move on. I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to throw up the intermission scene. It is 8:18 Eastern. I'll be back at around 8:45, give or take, which I assume is when the second half is going to start. Intermission time. Take care. Talk to you soon. All right. Second half underway. Max RR0S3. Hey, what the fudge is going on in here? It was intermission, sir. Halftime. You guys are free to enjoy the halftime as you wanted to do whatever you want to. I was as well. And I chose to eat. I had a little bit of leftover chicken and some lemon pie. Underway into the third quarter, 14:54 left. The Patriots start down 9-0. A little wheel route to the receiver is incomplete. Second and 10, first play. Halftime line closed, basically a half on the bottom, with the Patriots being the favorite. Total somewhere in the 21 flat range is what I made it as well. I actually like Seattle at a half. I thought that the pick'em was right, but again, with the game sitting on 9, you're not really stealing much. Those who see the chats see that I have put in. Actually, did I forget to put the other play in? I did. The Seattle bet. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's in the Twitch, and I forgot to put it in the YouTube. Anyways, that's. I'm not past posting you. I promise you, it's in the Streamlabs / the Twitch feed as well. -6.5 plus 0-1 when it was sitting 6-0 Seattle. 5 minutes left here in the second. 3rd and 3 here. What happened on that play? I need to get these New England running backs involved with something. Booty's pass, or May's pass to Booty's incomplete, knocked away. Henderson ran for 7, which is terrible. I don't need them running the fucking ball ever. The one thing that I thought would happen, and I told my dad this, and I talked to Ed about it, and I told you guys late in the second quarter. Bottom line is, like, I really do think that, like, that the Patriots were going to go to a game script that was going to get May out of the pocket starting this half. If not now, then soon. 4th and 3, they might be offsides. The punt's down to the 9. I guess no flags. Oh, no, he's not. It was close, but not quite. The punt's 52 yards down to the 9. That may be a prop win for over the longest punt for this guy. No, it just first. 9-0 Seattle. 58 seconds into the second half. Chance to get some separation here if they can go 91 yards or anything close to that to get another score on the board. X to 0. Walker to the outside, bangs his way for about 3. As Seattle continues to be just a little bit better up front, if not a lot better up front on both sides. Say some interesting. All right, I'll try. I think the second half's going to be low scoring. I think the game's low scoring. If the Patriots, again, don't get the quarterback outside the pocket, I don't know how they're ever going to score. They clearly have showed that they're not good enough on offense to be able to do anything to this point. I do think that they held a lot back in the first half, knowing full well that Seattle was going to have a 35-minute halftime to be able to adjust to anything that they were going to try to accomplish. Here comes a blitz. Darnold gets rid of it, fires complete over the middle. Caught to the 27, first down. This is Rashid Shaheed. Great trade by Seattle at the deadline to get him from the Saints. I cannot believe that I'm listening to Collinsworth and sitting here. This has been as good as he's ever been in one of these games. And I don't give compliments to announcers hardly ever. And he's been spot on this fucking game tonight. And as a matter of fact, I probably need to send him a little bit of the game check for whatever happens with this under 37 if it gets to the barn. Because that, it's another slant complete. JSN. First down bags out to the 44. at the 43, power formation. They're going to throw it again. Darnold gets away from the rush. He's going to run it this time. Wow, this is like a 13-yard gain. So that'll go over all his rushing props. Yeah, 97 just whiffed. Yeah, I'm usually not one to give Collinsworth any sort of kudos at all, or any of these announcers for the most part. Max ROS3, say something. My mom says hi. Hi, Max Rose's mom. Hopefully you're well. Pat points, baby. I don't want Pat points. I need nothing here. I need nothing. The whole goal is Seattle and under. Let's just keep this thing the way it is. This is great. 11 and a half and 29 and a half. Why would anybody want to do anything different? It's awesome. X to 0. Part of me is going to have some serious regret, and a lot of the AFC teams especially should this year, given the Colts before Jones got injured were like 7-1 or 8-1, and the Ravens pissed it away, and the Broncos pissed it away. That they weren't any good to begin with either. The couple, oh wow, great screen, first down 30, 25, 22, 10:38 to go. Clock will continue to move. Great first drive for the Bags. Start the half. No, I just like I don't. I know I'm not idiot. I'm doing that because it's funny. Your boy Max. All good, my man. No, no. Yeah, this is frustrating because the AFC was there, and those teams that are playing, like in my mind, like these are not the two best teams. They just happened to play the best when it mattered, and they caught a couple of breaks here and there. Seattle's been really good, DVOA and everything all year. I got to give them their credit, and I love their coach. But like, if you're sitting there telling me like before the season that New England's going to be in the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl, I would have told you your dick's loose. Like, there's just no way anybody in their right mind can sit there and think that New England was anywhere near being competitive in that league. So yeah, I'm being facetious slash sarcastic, sir. I'm aware of your handle not being your actual name, but very close to it. I just don't want to say it because if you wanted it to be said, then you would list something different. I just try to say what I'm supposed to. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I don't want her to get mad. Why would she get mad? This is a great stream. It's fun to watch. It's better than the game. I will say like I said, for the most part, I try to have the announcers on a low enough level where I don't let them affect my judgment about the game. But Collinsworth helped me. Like, he was the one that got me to this. Yeah, because I mean, one of the biggest flaws of this season, what I've had with these NFL situations that I've been in with the free rolls and whatever, is getting involved on unders and these live spots where it looks like the teams can't score. And then the NFL, there's too many adjustments that are made, and the offenses, especially if it's a low scoring game, the offenses will make some adjustments, and then all of a sudden it turns into a track meet. And you're like, well, how the hell did this happen? They couldn't do anything. And so I kind of waited a little longer than I should tonight, but Collinsworth's like, they can't do anything. And then the next drive, they can't do anything. And the next drive, they can't do anything. And I'm like, I'm seeing this with my own eyes too. I don't really want to trust this son of a bitch, but like at the same time, he's not wrong. Like, I'm seeing the same thing that he is. Like, so we have to go. And I was just like, all right, 37's the number. Like, anything less than that, then I'll just know I regret it when the final score is going to be, 24-14. So like, or 24-13, whatever. I have to make sure that 37 is the absolute worst that you get involved with. All right, so Walker on the bench with 126 total yards. It's 3rd and 9, and that dumbass stupid horn that the Patriots get to play at their home games is also blaring again at the 22 here. 5 on the play clock, 9:20 on the game clock. Trips left for Seattle. Back is offset to the right. Fired left. It's right. It's incomplete. He had his guy open. Cup. It was just not a good pass. He was under some pressure, but it has to be better than that. And they're going to have to settle for another field goal attempt. This will put the game field goal total yardage prop over, and it also brings in the field goal kicker for Seattle to be the MVP. I mean, we can't just sit here and beat around the bush and say that it can't happen. Certainly, no one else has scored any points in this game. The ball is going to be snapped from the right hash. This is another 41-yarder. Snap down up. Slides it inside the right upright. It's good. Seattle 12, Patriots 0. 9:12 to go in the third, as the favorites extend their lead out. And now, New England, given what if they can somehow find a way to score a touchdown, puts it on a horrific number for the books. If they go for an extra point, would put it on 12-7. And 5 is the one landing spot that would be a catastrophic turn of events for most folks, given the fact that they play fast and loose with the 5, and as they should. 5s don't fall too often. Darnold's first rushing attempt went under. I don't think I got that graded earlier. Try to do the best I can to grade some of this stuff. One of the things that those who have watched me over the course of time know that I enjoyed this when working offshore and doing our own stuff. When I was at the South Point, well, Caesars especially in the Westgate, was coming up with the props, knowing where they were, betting on the ones that I really liked the best, and then hopefully having a chance to grade them and seeing how they did, seeing how the store did, root for the store. All that stuff was really fun for me. It always is, because in the Super Bowl you're sweating. You're not just sweating the game. You're sweating literally half of your volume or more is on the props. And when you have a 53-page book like the Westgate does this year, which has got props on about 45 of them, the other ones are for notes and other bullshit. But yeah, like it's really fun to just go through here and see what you need, what you don't. Talk to some people at the Westgate when it was coming up, and Frank B was there, and I had a good chat with him, and Jeff Whitelaw. Several other friends of mine. Humans was there. Randy McKay, who I spent time with the first day that Circa opened in 2019, June of 2019, with Spanky and Dink, R.I.P. Dinky. Who else was there? Joey Tunes. Me. Oh, man, I forgot that last booth. We had 5 of us. Dink, Tunes, me, Spanky, and McKay. Yeah, 5 of us. I was with Matt Humans last Wednesday when the Circa opened them up, VSIN guy. Patrick Everson was there. Really nice guy, covers the business well. Vegas Insider covers. Todd Dewey from the Las Vegas Review-Journal was there as well. Adam Hill popped in, also from the Review-Journal, in between his time covering fights in UNLV basketball. And he was on radio this week. I think he's headed to Costa Rica next week for a vacation. Good for him. Have a good time. All right. Anyways, live price as we get back to it, 9:12 on the third. Seattle 12. There's some 12 dog money, 11.5 minus money total. 28.5. There is some 29 as well. Let's see. We're sending you a selfie. How was your NFL season as a whole? All the best, Rex. Ryan Hines, 74-8. I don't do much with the NFL for the most part. All this stuff that I do on the live streams has been choppy. I mentioned this a couple of times. The playoffs were a little bit bad on the totals based on the fact that I got reeled into some unders on some stuff that went flying over. Green Bay and the Bears was the best example in a game that I couldn't see either team doing shit on offense, and the next thing you know, the game goes flying over the total. So, it is what it is. Let's see. I'm here, bro. I'm watching with my mom. Very good. Take the points, doggy. No points. Bro, stop flipping pages. Hey, dude, get a life. Hey, dude, you didn't like plus 8.5. Hey, brother, I'm here. Hey, get a grip. All right, I'm here for all of it. I think that I'm here for the fact that the Patriots can't score in Whorehouse. But you never know. It's a long way to go. Maybe they'll make some adjustments on this drive that they haven't made before this one. 9:07 to go. Patriots start their own 32. Down 12-0. Second drive of the half. Toss left. Henderson bangs his way through for about 8. I like the fact that he's getting some carries and he's on the field. Now, throw the son of a bitch the ball, for Christ's sakes. For those not aware, biggest prop situations here. Over receptions and receiving yards for both New England running backs, which I explained ad nauseum earlier today. Well, all week. I explained on Captain Jack's broadcast last night as well. I was the last guest with him on his long show. It's always fun to do that every year. Second one, they give it to the back again. This time he gets nothing. He's going to lose a yard. Clock will move inside of 8 minutes to go before the next snap. 21 for Seattle is a real problem. They have not figured out anything to do with him. The Seahawks are doing a good job of moving him around and getting him in spots where the Patriots just don't see him or can't get him blocked. He wasn't the one that actually made that play, but he was in the vicinity. I guess at this time it was number 0. 3rd and 1, no gain. Pat's too afraid on 3rd down. I'm your boy. Do you know I'm your boy? Yeah. Of course. Incomplete. And on 3rd and 1, now what do? They're going to go show punt. I mean, it's not desperation mode yet, but Jesus Christ. He did miss the throw. It's a long one. I can see why they're punting. It's closer to 2 than it is 1. From the 40, Bravel's been known for doing some shenanigans here. It could come. Nope. They're going to punt it. Punts back to the 17 or 18. Call it 40 yards. And the Bags will start there on their next drive. Up 12-0 now. In a situation where I'm not sure how and when the Patriots are going to score. I don't have any situations. Hey, Dork, do you know me? Yeah, I think I do. You're my guy, Maxie. Let's see. Cal San Pauly Luis Obispo. Cal Pauly Slow. If it's not, then I apologize profusely. Then call me a dork again and give me another clue. Okay, 12-0, middle of the 3rd quarter, 7:34 left. Live price 12.5 flat, 27.5 under money, 27.5 flat, 28 under money. I don't have any opinions. Again, we're already set here in good spots with under 37 flat and -6.5 plus 0.1. I don't, like I say, nothing I've seen, and especially with the Patriots not doing anything offensively out of the break, I'm not so sure that anything's going to change here. How are they going to score? Like I thought that if anything was going to change, then they would have came out on their first drive or at least the second and got May rolling out. That's what I really thought that would have to happen. And I told my dad this, and I told Ed and all this other stuff, that if you don't get May rolling out and get him in motion, then how do you think you're going to score? Like nothing that they've done so far has put them in position to have a chance to even move the chains consistently, let alone have a chance of scoring points. So anyways, that's where we're at. Alvin the Chipmunk seems to have figured you out, my friend, as that would be him if it's who he represents himself to be. I'll excuse myself from letting you guys not connect the dots yourselves. In the meantime, 12-0, 7:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. I am headed tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, or rather at 6:15, to Commerce, California, LA. I'll be staying at the Commerce Poker Room and Casino for the first time with a good friend of mine who's playing a poker tournament on Monday and Tuesday. Should be fun to get down there, and he's done me some favors in the past, and I don't mind him doing him a solid. He's going to pay for the gas and the hotel and the food. Why not? Get me out of Vegas for a couple days. The weather's been immaculate. It's been great. Certainly have no complaints. I just think it's a good time to grab a change of scenery every once in a blue moon. And I won't be leaving here again most likely until I go home for the Derby in late April, early May. So we're about 80, 85 days out from that flight. Therefore, just real easy to go ahead and make a quick trip down to LA for a few days, and then come back later next week and get back into the groove and see what pops up on the job front. 2 hours and 35 minutes into the Sweatbox here. We are at top of the hour, a little afterwards, 9:03 Eastern, 6:03 Pacific. My name is Rex Byers. I'm your host, REX_BEYERS on Twitter. Thanks for checking me out. Please try to subscribe or like. Hit the thumbs up. Do whatever you can on either the Streamlabs, which for you guys would be the Twitch and or the YouTube feeds. The more people that pay attention to what's going on here, the more I have a chance to make something work with this in the future and use it as a primary job and a way to monetize my life. I'm not asking for anything right now other than just to do that, spread the word, tell your friends. I bust my ass. I'm trying to make something happen here, and I think that this is a void that needs to be obviously filled, as my friend Max acutely told me about 8 years ago. Sack on the first play of the drive to lose 8. They're back at the 10 now. It'll be 2nd and 18 for the Bags. Gun, back offset to the right, motion left, trips left, throw left, caught. Somehow he got 4 yards out of that. Patriots defender, super ultra aggressive. I thought he made a play on the ball. Jones didn't get there in time to catch it, but he did make the tackle. And it looks like they're a little bit banged up. Is that Smith Najigba? Third and 14 at the 13, draw. Predictable. Walker bangs his way through for about 6, maybe 7. They'll punt it. Goes inside of 6 minutes. Perfect result for me with Seattle and under in pocket. But I really do wish that the Patriots would start throwing the ball to these running backs every once in a while. I'm not sure what the fuck they're waiting on. All right. Clock will move. Hang tight. Okay, Alvin, thanks, man. Sorry about that. Shit, I was in the middle of trying to talk to a buddy about getting the live thing in that you just see right now. We were going over what to do with the situation. I couldn't believe that the line was 11 and a half, 12 live. There's 11 and a half minus money and 12 plus a bunch, which I thought was really bettable. Plus 12 all the way up to plus 32 was available at one point at Pinnacle. We got 21 plus, even put 15's better. If you could find that, it's still worth a look. I don't know how the New England's going to score, let alone you know, I mean, how are they going to score? I mean, their field position was terrible going into the start of the drive, and Seattle just continues to find their way to get there. And it's X to 0 right now. How could they be anything less than minus 12 plus money? Has to be a bet. Wow, 21 came for Seattle again. They got him, but it was too late. Throw was incomplete to Booty, and it's 4th and 4. The Patriots are going to have to punt it again, or at least they're going to have to show punt. Thanks, Alvin. Appreciate you catching me on that. No, I don't have a huge crowd right now, so if it wasn't you, then who knows? Hopefully somebody would have caught it. I mean, that ball has to be caught. That's not a horrible throw. That ball has to be caught. It's not a great throw. It's not a bad throw. The receiver has to do better. 8 punts. They're going to break some sort of a fucking record in this game with the punts. They haven't turned it over. They're not beating themselves with turnovers. They're just beating themselves with not being able to execute when Seattle gives them any sort of an opening. There's actually value on Seattle at 12 flat, which is out there right now. That's crazy. 12 and a half dog money, 12 and a half minus a ton. I wouldn't lay that just because if we're late enough in the game that the 12 is actually in play here, given the fact that it's 12 to 0. But I don't like, in what world can anybody tell me that they're going to do something different than what's happened so far. I mean, this may be 15 nothing, 18 nothing. It might be 12 nothing. Drake May is giving me Tony Eason flashbacks, and that's not good for anybody. That's funny. I will say that Tony Eason wasn't going to win this fucking game. It wasn't going to win that 85 game against the Bears. I don't care. Tony Eason wouldn't have won it. You could have given the entire 49er offense that game. They wouldn't have won it. You could have put the NFC Pro Bowl team on the field against the Bears that night, and they wouldn't have won it. The AFC Pro Bowl team would have had no chance. It's actually almost a shame, certainly a question mark, as to how the fuck the Bears only won one Super Bowl in 1985 and not another one a year before or a year after. And were there that many other good teams? I mean, how did the Giants win like 4? What the fuck? Okay. Anybody in the chat? No. Anybody chatting anything? Is anybody watching? There are some people watching. Live price 12 plus 04 Pinnacle. Still worth a lay at that price. Can't believe it. They start at their own 21, 3:38 to go in the quarter. 22 and a half flat, 22 and a half under, 24 and a half under actually out there at Pinnacle. Wow. 2 points is a huge difference. Pinnacle might have a faster feed. That Walker gets swallowed up in the backfield. I'm sorry, Chris might have a faster feed. Walker got swallowed up in the backfield and lost about 3 yards. Jackson Smith-Njigba is not in the game for Seattle at this point. Gun, back offset to the left, 2 receivers to each side from Darnold. Patriots have some guys that show the rush. They have send 5. They have a spy that's over the middle and dropped by Cup. And the Patriots somehow get to play that godforsaken horn on 3rd down again. Yeah, Chris is right again. Number 0 for the Patriots has made some good plays. Another one. That wasn't a good throw. Well behind Cup. Good pass hits him in stride. It's a 1st down. 3rd and 12. Trips left. Motion left. Back offset to the right. Plenty of time. They rush 3. Caught over the middle. And it's just both teams are taking what they're being given, and neither one wants to make a mistake. Cups catches for 7, and they'll have to punt it back to New England. Up 12-0, 2.5 to go in the 3rd. Clock moving. Collinsworth's calling an A-plus game for him. He's everything that he said's been on point. Made another great point about how New England should pressure with the 11 being concussed. Send people. Short punt. It's going to bounce Seattle's way down inside the 30 to the 27. And that's where New England will start. 1:55 to go in the 3rd. Seattle 12, New England 0. Is POTUS at the game? No, he did not go to the game. As far as I knew, one of the friends of mine had a funny comment earlier. He thought that it would be funny if they decided they wanted to try to bomb Iran sometime in the 2nd quarter because it would be nighttime over there, and then they would have preempted the halftime show because, obviously he's not a fan of the guy that was doing it. I thought that would have been pretty amusing. I mean, just for the simple fact that that's Trump and he can do whatever he wants. I mean, it's okay, I'm just going to go ahead and go to Venezuela and take their president and bring him to the States and try him on something. Well, I mean, why couldn't they go to Iran and do the same thing? But he didn't. At least as far as we know, they didn't cover it. I haven't seen anything on Twitter about it. Anyways, Patriots actually get some positive yardage on 1st down. I didn't see the play. Can you please throw the ball to your receiver or your running back, not your receiver? No, they can't. That motherfucker can't get open either. May gets away, and he gets a few yards. There's a flag that's going to be almost for sure defensive holding, I think. So that'll be an automatic 1st down. The fact that Henderson's out there and was in a situation to run a route sucks. The good news is he was the one that got held. 21 held. So, they're going to call it on the Diggs route. Yeah, number 3. I mean, that's a terrible route. I mean, I need Henderson to catch 8. I need him to get 8 yards. I needed him to get 6 before the fuck game started. Now I need him to be at 8. How terrible is that? Clock is moving inside of a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st down now. New England has it at their own 40. Play fake May. Taking a shot. No, he's hit when he throws. Incomplete. He was trying to take a shot. The left tackle's no chance. I don't even want to begin to think about how much that hurts when you're a quarterback and you drop back to throw and you get hit right in the middle of the arm, in the middle of the follow through. I mean, just sit in an ice bath for 2 hours and call it a freaking day. Here comes a blitz from the secondary, 21. He doesn't get there. Here, catch it. Come on. All right, that's my guy. That's some yards. I need one more of those. Just fucking one more. I like the fact that they're giving him some dosage in this situation. What was the game there? Let me get my yards. Let me see where we stand. They gave him 5. All right, I need 3 more. Come on, you son of a bitch. Let's go. And that's a second catch. We're way over the prop there. Those of you who are not aware, Henderson's my biggest prop guy tonight. Catches is already over. Yards are not. I have a little bit on Stevenson as well, and I have a Henderson touchdown. Oh, he fumbles. And the fucking Seahawks get it. And that's your first turnover of the game. It comes with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. And this is going to grade a barrage of props. No Henderson touchdown in the first half. Let's see. We'll have to go back to the start here. Some of this shit's not even correlated. Seattle first half. Seattle first quarter. Seattle third quarter. Seattle second quarter. Alternate point spreads are there for later. Alternate totals are there for later. Henry hasn't caught a pass. Matt Collins hasn't caught a pass. Hooper hasn't caught a pass. Shaheed's catch, I think, was under. Walker, nobody scored a touchdown. It's a bunch of no touchdowns. Either team scored 4 straight times. Seattle has. That's plus 330 when it opened. Missed extra point. That's fucking incredible. No touchdowns. Oh, refund on the no touchdowns. They're at the Patriots 27. As Darnold hits Barner for 11 to the 26. First down, Bags up 12-0, end of 3. Hang tight with me here. I'll give you a live price here very shortly. The game isn't selling the game globally. There must be a twist playing with the narrative. Yeah, tough to say. Well, when the owners know what they're doing. Bad Bunny at halftime was an easy call for the money, just for the simple fact that they made this decision back in September from a guy that has won Grammys and all these awards for records, even in the U.S. as a Latin artist. I don't think he speaks English or doesn't speak it very well. He's Puerto Rican. Yeah, it's an easy way to grow the brand. The NFL is all about trying to find a way to expand. They're playing games next year in Germany, England, Australia, Brazil, France for the first time, Australia for the first time. Yeah, I mean they're in the States, so there's 3 or 4 games in England. So there's like 9 different international games next year. I mean this is what the league wants. If they can't have more than 32 teams or can't get to an alternate market like with expansion, then the next best hope is to get people in those places to pay money and or love the game, grow the game, buy the merchandise, and jack up the values of the franchise. That's what's happening. And Bad Bunny, helps people that were never going to watch this game to watch the halftime show and then maybe watch a little bit of the game on both sides of the halftime too. That's the whole goal. They've drawn a rotten egg of a game so far in terms of what people want. Sports books are in certain danger with New England sitting on 0 points still, and there's been no touchdown scored yet. Those are really speaking from someone with experience on both sides of the counter and someone who's worked offshore and in town, Nevada. Those are really bad results. 12-0, 15-0, those are awful scores. And a kicker to win the MVP, again, would probably be bad for a lot of people as well. Live price, 14.5 minus money, 14.5 minus a lot, 15 dog money, 24.5 over, which again, to me, seems weird because, fuck, like in what world is that right? That means if Seattle kicks out on their field goal, it's still 2 scores to get there. I like under again. I'm not going to go for it anymore. We're in such a good shape to this thing with the 37 price that I won't. But if I had to bet it and you're looking for something to sweat here, going into the fourth quarter, you want a live sweat, I'll give you both side total in my opinion. I think that under 24.5 at even money or plus 105 is your best bet. And I think that the favorite, again, because I just don't see New England score, I think minus 14.5, minus 30, 35, or even up to 40 is a good bet. I don't know. I just don't see it. Chris has 14.5 minus 29. I would lay that. Certainly under first and the favorite second. But nothing's changed the whole game. And again, I do give Chris Collinsworth some credit for his call early in the game about how the offenses couldn't do anything. I'm usually one to denounce the announcers. Not today. He's been awesome. At the 26, first down, to give us to Walker. He's actually in play for the MVP as well. Even though that the kickers kicked all the points, this guy's going to have 150 yards, which in this game is going to be saying something. Patriots Rams is the last time there was a game that went 3 quarters. Super Bowl 53. No touchdowns in the first 3 quarters. Play fake. Darnold rolls right. Fires. Incomplete. Cup was the receiver. 31 on defense. There's no flag. 3rd and 9. They're playing that fucking horn again. I thought that was interference, but I'm okay with it. Darnold throws it caught. Gonzalez catches him and tackles him, and not before he gets 10 on 3rd and 9. And the bags will move to 6. The clock will go inside of 14 minutes left. Caught by Barner, touchdown Seattle. 18-0, 13-24 left, point pending. First touchdown of the game. He's right. So we have the first touchdown prop that can now be graded as well. It's in the 4th quarter at 13:24 left in regulation. I don't have anybody asking me questions in the chats. Hang with me here. I'm going to go ahead and stick with you for, yeah, I'm glad, like I said, hopefully you guys didn't take too much advice on that total. The 24 and a half price was much more predicated on it being 15-0. At 19-0, it's really dicey. It's just a matter of how aggressive Seattle stays on defense. I mean, they've done everything right. Why would they change anything? Okay, so here we go with some touchdown stuff, finally. Has Henry caught a pass? Hollins, Hooper, none of them, right? Let's get through all of that. This is Seattle's 5th straight score. They didn't have that prop. That's actually a good prop to add for the next year. Will there be a lead change in the 4th quarter? That sure seems unlikely, right? Field goals. Patriots are going to kick any field goals. So that one won't get there. First touchdown of the game will be a passing touchdown. 10081. Winner, minus 125. Team to score last in the first half. Seahawks. Will there be a safety? No. Touchdown in the 3rd quarter? No. Touchdown in the 4th quarter. Seattle minus 145. Yes. Overtime seems unlikely. There has not been a coach's challenge. One of the props that the Westgate hasn't dealt, and I thought we should have, and I think it's a good one. It's easy to price because you know it comes out every year. Not everybody deals it. Is will a team use all 6 timeouts? Today it didn't happen. Patriots didn't call all theirs in the first half. Seattle did, and they're not going to call all theirs in the second. Patriots have not scored any touchdowns. Largest lead. Over 14.5 for either team is now a winner. Over plus 110. 1 points, 2 points, 3 points are all going to lose. Shortest touchdowns in deep peril. Longest touchdown, 36.5. That's not going to get there either. Under on both. I'm sorry. Yeah, shortest touchdown is over. Under for longest at this point. Touchdowns by both teams in the second half is 2.5. The longest field goal, 49.5, not there. Their team make a field goal in the fourth quarter. Let's see how the field goals first. Good. 1.5 field goals in the second half. Sitting on 1. Field goal in the third quarter is good. Total yardage of all the touchdowns. How long was that touchdown? 16 yards. This is fun. I don't know, maybe more so for some than others. Live price 18.5 minus a bunch of money, 27.5 under a bunch of money, or 26.5 over money on the total. Be careful, tricky number. Patriots score here, they're almost for sure going to go for 2. So the 26.5 price is a bear trap. It's either going to be 19-6 or 19-8, most likely, after the Patriots, if and when they do score a touchdown. Fumble, first turnover of the game, was May. Plus 115 over the interception. The exact margins are still out there. Special teams defensive touchdown, nothing. Sacks, don't know. Fumbles, only 1 so far. Interception, 0. What fun. Oh, they double banged us on commercials, it looks like. Does they already have the kickoff, or are they just really trying to milk this thing? Yeah, the game's getting out of hand. They want to make sure they get all their ads in. So, all right. Did I change the channel? What the fuck? No. All right.
2 minutes talking face to face, encouraging him, pumping him up, saying you're good. You know that. And then right before Drake just took the field, Drake looking over with a smile on his face and tapping on the helmet.
Scrambles right, gain of 6. Second and 4. Come on. Throw the ball to Henderson. Come on, 32. Get involved here. I need 4 yards. What the fuck are they doing? Oh, we got a streaker? The streaker just now, 90 yards. Patriots offense, 84. Patriots might want to save that guy from jail and put him on kick returns. .12:58 back on the clock now as we start after the streaker. 2nd and 4. Diggs not playing right now after the confrontation on first down, evidently. Clock is stopped. They'll start it here shortly when they wind it. Gun, back offset to the right, 2nd and 4. May back, fires. Complete. Biggest play of the night for the Patriots. Hollins, first down. That's longest completion for him on the first one over 10 yards. $15-23 on the game. Taking a shot. And he caught another one. Touchdown New England. 12:27 to go. 19-6, point pending. How the fuck did that happen? 3 plays, 65 yards, 57 seconds, and they're in. The people who had New England to get shut out can also breathe easier now. The front 2 or 3 in next year's Super Bowl futures right now? That's a great question. Baltimore had an upgraded coach. They have to be listed anywhere near that. I would say Baltimore's the favorite. Buffalo has to be near the top as well based on the quarterback. I'm not sure if I like the coach or not. Extra points good, 19-7, 12:27 to go in regulation. Hang tight. I'm going to answer your question first, and I'm going to give you the live line in just a second. May's best 2 throws of the night by far were the last 2. The Patriots have finally found the end zone. 19-7. Hang tight for just a second. I didn't see the highlight. I'm going to call it a misstatement on my part. It was not a streaker. It was a court stormer. It was a field stormer. He had no shirt on, but he did have pants on. And you make a great point, Alvin. Shouldn't be paying on streaker with his pants on. That's something that you can take up. Certainly, Philly Dave at BetOnline is someone who is well versed in these situations. Friend of mine for 20 plus years. We've had these chats over beers before, and they're always entertaining. If you're going to deal these markets, you better be ready to have all the rules in play and all the permutations to make sure that you're not stuck paying out both sides of the same bet. So yeah, I would hope that the people that are booking those kind of markets are saying, all right, the streaker must be, naked from the pants down, or must have only boxers, something like that. Whatever. If you're booking that shit and it's an offshore thing to begin with, certainly it's not a streaker because he had clothes from the pants down. Or you could say, if there's will someone be a pitch invader with no shirt on? That would also be a good market to deal, and you probably could deal that at a little bit of a higher price, and then of course that gets there. So yeah, I'm making fun of the situation. I'm not making fun of the idea of the prop. Like, I would price that prop for sure higher, but it's not a streaker. You're right. Anybody that says it's a streaker is incorrect. They have to at least have their asshole out, or they have to have, something where they're wearing a jock strap or anything that involves not pants for it to be a streaker. And I would word that way if I was booking that prop myself. Absolutely right. Yeah, no cock out, no payout. 100% Alvin. I agree with you. Let's see. So we got a couple of props that can be graded after that. Let's get to the end game first. Now it's 12.5 the dog a bunch, or 12 minus a bunch. And I was wrong. The Patriots did kick a fucking extra point. I thought they would go for 2 there. I'm really surprised that they did not in that situation. And I think that they did it wrong. That's supposed to be a situation where you're supposed to go for 2. It should have been 19-6 or 19-8. So surprisingly enough, 12:27 to go. Ball's on the tee for the Pats. They're going to kick it off normally, which you have to declare these days. Thank God for the Saints back in the day against the Colts. They didn't have to do all that shit. At the 35, they'll kick it 12 and 33 and a half under money, or 33 over money is the new total. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I no longer feel great about my 37 that I thought was safe until 2 touchdowns were scored in the last 90 seconds. Is this game actually going to open up now? I mean, that'd be fucking catastrophic. All right, 12:22 left. Smith-Njigba is on the sideline, but I don't know if he has his helmet or not. He's certainly not in the game here as the Seattle drive starts. Darnold play fake, fire right, caught. Shaheed, first down, out, gain of 11. I love the aggressiveness. Keep attacking. Oh, he's coming in. 3 catches, 24 yards tonight. Don't score too many more. Fuck. Calm down. Shit. We're in good shape here. Kick a fucking field goal at the very most. At the 41, first down. Clock moving inside 12 minutes. Motion right. One back. Give us to the back. He gets nothing. The spot was the 42, I guess, before the snap, so he maybe lost a yard. Yeah, New England's got 6 in the box there. At the 41, second and 11. Motion left this time. In the gun. Here's a blitz. Oh, they had a screen called. It would have been perfect. Unfortunately, Walker didn't have a chance to make a play, and it's incomplete. 11 minutes on the nose left. Third and 11. The call was great. Oh, yeah. At the 41 again, third and 11. Trips left this time, backs offset to the right. Here comes another blitz. Darnold takes a shot, going for the whole thing. Shaheed was there over his head by just a little bit. He's crying for a flag. He's not going to get it, nor should he. Bags get 1 first down, and they'll go 4 now. Yeah. Darnold missed him by about a yard, maybe 20 inches. Come after the punter. Don't get it. Punt's going to hit, and it's going to roll, and it's going to bounce inside the 5. And Seattle's special teams have once again done them well. The Patriots are going to start at their own 4. 10:40 to left. Dixon's punt was a good one. 19-7 Seattle. There'll be a break. Chris is right again. That's the 100%. You cannot let that one go. It was at the 20-yard line. Oh, there's no commercial. Shit. Are they already out of their quota? This is great. It's going to be bad for possible live bets coming down the stretch if this game gets competitive at the very end. Here we go. As things stand, 10:40 to go, 19-7 Seattle. Ball at their own 4. New England starts it, shotgun. They have 2 to the right. The back is offset to the left. Throw it to the back. God damn it. And May overshoots the fucking tight end by a mile. God damn it. That was my fucking Henderson catch. I need 4 more yards out of Henderson to get to that fucking number. Oh, well, that's actually Stevenson. Doesn't I need him too. Oh, complete coverage bust. Just a flag, just a simple flag route. All right, here we go. Here comes a blitz. Oh, they dump it off. Here we go. Yeah. Stevenson. First down. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Is that 2 for him or 3? I need both these fucking backs. So that's 2 for about 19 for him. That's going to put him right on the number. Henderson only has 2 for 3. Piece of crap. They're taking a shot. Knock it down. Don't pick it. 3 bags. What were they going for? Matt Collins was going for the moon again. I have no clue what May saw there. I mean, it was like 5% completion chance. 10:02 left. Second and 10. To be fair, Hollins did have a very high jump point there. He got to it at the top of where the ball, the apex, and he almost made a play, even though the Seattle had 3 guys back there on him. Second 10, 10:02 left. Ball's at the 17. Throw it to the back. The back. Damn it. Where's Henderson? Get Henderson back out there. Henry at the 20. Clock goes inside of 10 minutes. Third and about 6. Oh, that's right. The 4th down conversions. Nobody's gone for it yet. This will be interesting. 3rd and 6. Oh, May's going to step up and run it. He's got it all day. No spy, nothing. Out to the 37 or so. First down pass. Down 19-7. They'll move the sticks. Clock will go inside of 9 minutes before the next snap. Here comes a blitz this time. Caught. Williams on the outside. This is the first time the Patriots have had any sort of success over multiple plays the whole game. These last 2 drives. 9:47 Eastern, 6:46 on the West Coast. Thanks for checking in, boys and girls. I am Rex Byers, your host here in the Sweatbox. Twitch, YouTube, intercepted May. Throws it right to the safety. Big return into New England territory at the 36. Love. And so he has a turnover. He has a fumble lost and an interception. You can go ahead and grade that as well. First interception. Will there be 1 quarter scoreless? No. Is a winner as well. Collinsworth got it right again. It's actually amazing. This is that ball didn't have to be thrown. I'm not sure why he threw it. And the Patriots are going to have to buck up on defense to keep this a 2-score game. Toss to Walker on the right. Bangs his way down inside the 30, the 25. First down, Seattle. I think at this point he's my MVP. The Seattle kicker is going to have his own case with the 4 field goals, but if I'm voting, I'm probably voting for Walker. 144 total yards now. Micro Pecker plays double. Absolutely. Depending on what world we're in lately, that's the Micro Pecker. Absolutely. Walker waits again, bangs his way down, give him about 10 more. They'll probably move the 6 down to the 14. Clock goes inside of 8 minutes, Seattle by 12. Danger time for the Patsies. Le'Veon Bell, Michigan. It was a Michigan State guy like Walker. I'll be honest with you. That was one of the things that I got right back in CR. I think it was in 2012 or something. One of the guys that I respect a lot used to work with me. Used to be a part of the David Al betting group. They, yeah, he. When I told him that Le'Veon Bell's going to be a monster, he laughed at me. He goes, "Le'Veon Bell's going to fucking stink. He's slow and fat." And I was like, "Listen, man. Some qualities that guys have in college can carry over to the pros." After the second year, he looked at me and said, "Listen, man, I don't think that your NFL is better than mine. I don't think your football opinion might not be better than mine, but you sure got this one right, and I was fucking wrong." It was like one of the best compliments I've ever been paid in my life. I was like, "Thanks, man, appreciate it." And Walker's the same way, man. He's impatient. He bides him time. He's very patient. He bides his time and he digs in and attacks when he has to. The bags are eating this clock to pieces, which is terrible for my prop. 6:30 to go, 19-7, 3 on the play clock. Motion, right, give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. Now he goes down at the 11. Be third down, and that stupid fucking horn goes off again. Pats have all three of their timeouts. Seattle with 2. Yeah, field goal will be fine here, coach. Just fucking keep the clock going. Perfect world for me of an incomplete pass. The problem with the Pats being down by 15 is that the backs don't get as much look, or they're going to try to take shots downfield. That's what happened earlier. Trips left, back offset to the right. Now he motions to the left. Darnold looks, fires, caught, but he's short of the first down. Jackson Smith jigged with the catch at the 8. It'll be 4th and field goal. And New England will call their first timeout of the second half with 5:35 left. So they've clearly put their line in the sand that it's time to start doing that. I am really impressed with Collinsworth, and I've said that 6 times. I'm gonna say it 7 in case any of you guys missed me earlier. Tarico's called an admirable game as a play-by-play guy, but this effort tonight by Collinsworth may be the best color job I've seen in one of these games, and certainly as long as this thing stays under the total, I'll owe him at least a thank you note for talking me into going under 37. The kick is up and good from 26, 22 to 7. The yardage over and the field goal prop is a winner. The Seattle field goals is a winner. The over 3.5 field goals is a winner. Patriots are still the small winner on that because they're only down 2 scores still. Although, like I said, that's the situation where they should have went for 2 the last time. My friend Matt Humans correctly pointed out that Vrabel and McDaniels could not be much worse. Vrabel not going for 2 is idiotic. McDaniels' play calling has been pathetic for 3 quarters. I can't comment to the play calling. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of talent disparity in this game, which is, whatever. Dustin Sweetelson at VSIN as well. Coach of the Year makes it a 12-point game instead of trying to make it 13. I knew this was special. I wasn't special. His other way around. He's talking about the Seattle guy not going for 2. Fucking no. I'm not going to sit here and second guess all this. I work too hard at knowing what I know to sit here and look at other people that are probably not as smart as me talking about this shit. Every once in a while I'll glean something that I miss. Can we somehow get the Patriots to start throwing the ball to Henderson? I mean, asking him to get a touchdown is probably a little too much. I understand, but I just need somehow to get 4 more yards. Is it 3 more yards? 3 more yards. 2 more to win 1 bet. 3 more to win them both. I have an over 4.5 and an over 5.5. I just can't believe that the first catch was for fucking -2. I mean, what the hell? Rex Byers with you here. We're 5 minutes to the top of the hour, 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 on the West Coast. Thanks for checking me out. I will probably have a comment or 2 after this is all over with on Twitter. Maybe another one tomorrow or Tuesday to check in and say hello. I'll be back in Las Vegas after I take my quick road trip to LA tomorrow and Tuesday. Count on me on Thursday. I may have a live stream Thursday. If not, the next time you'll see me next Saturday for college basketball. Big card, lots going on. Maybe even early enough for a couple of soccer games, depending on what we have to do. If there's anything to sweat, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's where things stand. Uh, my sweats here are in the chats of both the Twitch and YouTube channels. Under 37 flat, minus 6.5 plus 101 on Seattle, and minus 12 plus 121 on Seattle, which all are good at this point. We'll see how they play themselves out. Live prices are minus 14.5, minus a lot of money. Not interested in anything, given the fact that I don't know if New England's going to score again or not. I feel like the last drive kind of took a lot out of them. The quarterback made a couple of bad decisions. Seattle's kind of figured some shit out. The live price is 34.5 over money as things stand, which it's sitting 29, 34.5 stead. Touchdown goes over the total. So that's what you're betting on. I'm not interested in that. Oh, this is Henderson. All right, great. Good return. Now give him the ball. Let him fucking play offense. Gosh damn it. Put him back in there. I mean, I only need 3 fucking yards. I mean, we're not asking for the fucking world. Put him in the slot. Let him run a fucking shovel. Do something. Maybach, they rushed 4. They got it. Six sacks on May. That'll go over every number that has to do with that. I think both teams' numbers were like 5.5. Oh, it's Stevenson. That's great. It's the wrong guy. .457 left. Catch by Stevenson was good for about 6. Come on, man. Do the same fucking shit to Henderson. This is part of the handicap. I know what I'm fucking doing here. Come on. Nope. Henderson's still on the fucking bench. Him running the kickoff back was terrible. That means they basically committed to playing 38 the whole fucking drive. 32's my guy. 38, I think he got to his number there. That was important. Catch. Down to the 43. Is that Henry? Gun. Back offset to the right, 2 to each side. Made back. There's a blitz. They got him. Ball's loose. Picked up. As things stand, it's going to be a defensive touchdown. Unfucking believable. .427 left, 28-7 point pending. That's going to change a lot of things in the prop markets as well. Seven sacks, 3 Super Bowls. The 7 sack ties a record. Nwosu. All right, so either team score in the final 3.5 minutes is not there yet. Team to score last changes. Lead change in the 4th quarter is going to be a no. I don't care about that touchdown props. The good news is the Patriots are going to get it back. Hopefully they can get the ball to fucking Henderson once. Just once. Will there be a safety? That's not going to happen. Safety in the first half. Sorry. No. 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 No overtime. Coach's challenge probably won't get used. Patriots score touchdown in the fourth quarter is yes. Distance of first touchdown was over 7.5 yards. Last touchdown is going to be over 8.5 yards unless some act of God. All yardage of touchdowns. Yikes! What was that? Well, it's going to go over. This is kind of unfucking believable. It's sitting 36, but that was the longest touchdown in the game. 16, 35. 16, 35, and 45. 96 over. Touchdowns over for the game. $4.29 left. $4.27 left. 29-7 New England. Sorry, Seattle. Live price is down pretty much everywhere, as you might imagine. Will both teams attempt the 2-point conversion? No, minus $8 is a winner. Convert one? No, minus 2,500 is a winner. And the one that I talked about, will there be an attempt? That's crazy that the Patriots didn't go for two and it was 15 to 0 or whatever, right? Okay, here we go. 29-7, sweat for the total. Side's good. Can we please get Henderson a fucking catch for 3 yards? That's all I'm sweating at this point, and nothing else. Everything else is a winner. Scoop Jackson, with the exception if Henderson scores a touchdown, I'll lose the total, but I'll win more on the prop bet. That prop bet's plus like $4 for Henderson to score a touchdown. The live bet was for 2.5. Yeah, it's for the one to win 4 compared to 2.5. Shit. Douglas, first down to the 45. Clock will move. 4:18 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. 29-7. To the same guy. Catch, gain of 6. Second down. Douglas. Come on, man! It's fucking Henderson in the game. This is part of the game that I handicapped. He is in the game. Throw it to him. No! Fuck! Hooper, gain of 5. First down. 3:42 left, out of bounds. Come on. Fuck, May. Look the other fucking way, man. Who's faster? Who's more elusive? Who's more electric? Hooper or fucking Henderson? God damn it, it's fucking Stevenson again. Gosh, these stupid fucking props. May rolls out, runs, slides, gains 4. 37, they'll spot him. There's a flag. Okay, good. Flag is good. Clock stops. Wry smile. Probably indicative of offensive holding. Ah, shit. 3:36 left. 1st and 20 now. We're out closer to midfield. Stevenson's still in there. I mean, why can't we play Henderson too? First and 20, New England's 49. 3:36 left. And of course they throw it to Stevenson again. Great, he's done. He's in. Where's Henderson? God damn it, get Henderson back in there. Fuck! All I need to scoop this whole thing down. Just get me a fucking Stevenson catch for 3 yards. a Henderson catch. Fuck. Fucking Henderson's on the bench. The funny thing is they're in the 30s, both of them, but Stevenson's wearing a fucking red jersey underneath, so I know which one's which. Hooper's catch on 2nd and 13. Henry, sorry. Gain of about 9. It'll be 3rd and 4. Clock will move down to 3:13 to go. 29-7. It's still moving. Can we get a Henderson something? Just something. Nope, he's still not in the game. 4-man rush. Maybach fires over the middle. Caught. Down to the 7. First down, New England. Diggs. 2:44 to go. Clock continues to move. This is fucking terrible. Come on. Okay, timeout Seattle. They didn't have enough guys out there. They were off sides with the subs. 2:32 left. Seattle calls their second timeout. 29-7, Pats. Sorry, Seattle. They're down 22. They will not kick a field goal. So it all comes down to this for the total in the end game. Certainly the side's good. I need Travion Henderson. I haven't rooted for a guy from Ohio State, with the exception of props, in a long time. This is the same situation. First and goal at the 7. Once again, no fucking Henderson in the game. Lob, thrown, incomplete. Hollins was there, over his head. .228 to go in regulation. 29-7. Seattle comfortably going to win this thing. It just comes down to the props and the total and a few other things. Second half prices, all that shit. May drops back, looks, runs, dumps, caught. Stevenson gets it in, touchdown. Not bad. I did have him to score a touchdown as well. Not for a lot, about a half unit, but I'll take it. That's a catch. Henderson was the one. If he had that, if that play went to Henderson, I would be fucking stripping and running around this condo fucking naked. There's a reason why he plays though. Henderson probably doesn't catch that pass, and Stevenson fucking does. He's a good player. 29-13, they're going to go for 2 here. So first 2-point conversion attempt of the game, which will cash that prop. 2:21 left, sitting 16. 4-man rush. May back, looks, fires. Incomplete. And this was the prop that I would have fucking scooped everything on. Oh, man. That was it. That was the one. What was the length of that touchdown pass? I don't even know. No flag on the Seattle. Henry got blasted. He was early. They didn't call it. Second half total touchdowns by both teams goes over the 2.5. Two-score game. Where was this? Oh, defensive special teams touchdown. Yes. Plus 270. Sacks over by both teams. One of them had 7. Fumbles lost is only 1. Interceptions is now 2. Over the 1.5. Plus money. Seattle scored first. They're going to win the game. 16 points is 30-1. If it falls that. Where's my fucking prop that I was talking to you guys about? That I was talking to Frank B. I'm gonna get so mad if I don't fucking find this thing before we call it. 4th down attempt. They converted on a 4th down, didn't they? I don't know. Yeah, we got all the cross sport shit, so I went too far. It has to be back. Onside kick coming from the Patriots. See, I was going to call timeout. They're out of timeouts. 2:21 left. 29-13 Seattle. Makes sense. Make sure you get this right. Cover this thing up. There's really no excuse not to win the game. Where did I find that fucking... Now I'm going to get mad. I'm in the Superbook prop book, which I know I circled all this shit. I'm going to completely lose my fucking mind if I can't find this. It's not because it's like, it's to the point now it's like a personal challenge to know where this is. Like, I know that we did this before. I know I've done this before. I know I've booked it before. I know I've bet it. Seattle got the onside kick. Fuck. I can't believe I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna lose sleep tonight. I know where it was here somewhere. I made a point to say that the value was betting on this thing for for one or the other. To go for it and to bet yes on that, and to say no on to yes on the go for it, no on the make, which were both winners. And math wise, they were there. It was there. It was there. The problem is that they got bet before I could see it at the Westgate last week. I was talking to Frank B about it, and even asked Whitelaw about it. And before I could get to the window, they had already moved it 20 cents. Shit. Defensive MVP. Good question. Has to be the guy that scored the touchdown for Seattle, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could say that it would be the guy that did somebody have more sacks? Like, I'm trying. I don't have all the stats in front of me right now. I'm going to go pull up defensive MVP. Timeout again. 3rd and forever. Dave is Booty. MVP, first scoring play, total touchdown passes, first touchdown, pick the final score. Patriots are going to have 13. That's going to pay 14-1. Seattle 29. Look at this. 40-1 on 29. First touchdown of the first half. Nobody did that. Well, the first touchdown period. Sorry. And that was... the Seattle guy that scored. Barner? Last touchdown of the first half. No touchdown was 10-1. First touchdown of the second half was also... Uh-oh. Walker, he gone. Look at this. If the game's going to go over, if this stands, the game goes over. There is a flag. 2:01 left. He actually did a bad job there. He needed to wait one more second to score. Would have taken the 2-minute warning. There is a hold on Seattle 61. 2:01 left. Yeah, he needed to stop. I mean, all you do is just stop. I mean, the worst thing can happen, 2-minute warning, and they lose their other timeout. That would have locked up the MVP for Walker. I still think he's going to get it. But he hasn't scored. Third and 23. Gain is 1. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. 1:57 left. Seattle will punt it up by 16. Two scores left. And two two-point conversions. Technically still a game. Mathematically very, very difficult, given how much the Patriots have struggled on offense tonight. Thanks for checking me out. Appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. I am Rex Byers, your host, REX_BEYERS. Disappointed to see that no one's hit the share or like button on Facebook or on YouTube. Come on, guys. Help me out a little bit. Appreciate the people watching me on Twitch and Streamlabs. But again, tell some friends. Let's get some people involved with this process. I don't need your money. Just need you to be able to help me make money at some point in the future. I still can't believe that I can't find this fucking prop. It's going to drive me nuts. Oh, there it is. I found it. Finally. 2-point conversion attempt got bet down from -140 to -160 on the no, which made the value go other way around. It went from no to yes at the end. And then will there be a successful one? It's going to end up being, it was -350, come back 290. And that was the good bet. The math bet was no and yes, and then it turned out being yes and no, or at least the yes, obviously, on the attempt after it got to +140, based on just the math only, nothing else. I was looking for a different color of ink. That's what I missed. Is 53 pages of this shit. That's what you get. So, defensive MVP, is this even offered there? I feel like that we didn't offer it, but maybe they did. I mean, is there even a defensive MVP? Oh, you're talking about if the game MVP itself will be a defensive player. I think they'll give it to Walker. A matter of fact, I'll be surprised if Walker doesn't win. Not that it's impossible that they do give it to one of the defensive guys, but the fact that the game turned into 29-13 and is not 13-0 or 16-0 or 12 or 19-0 or 3 or 6 makes it really tough for me to think they're going to give it to anybody besides Walker, because he's been so good and so consistent from the start of the game to the end. The fact that he's 8-1 going into the game, I want to kick myself in the nuts for not getting involved. Live price, 15.5 minus a ton. Total 42.5 under minus a ton. So again, they're basically telling you that if you want to bet on anybody to score again, you're going to get paid. And probably won't happen. We'll see. Winter Olympics coming up after the game, prime time. I know most of what happened earlier. Don't worry. I'm going to watch some of it until I'm ready to go to sleep and go to LA tomorrow morning. 10:18 Eastern, 7:18 Pacific. I'm leaving in about 10.5 hours for Commerce City, California. Patriots are going to send the world here with this punt from the 41. They do not get there. Nobody back deep. The punt was good inside the 6. All right. 1:49 left. Can we get some fucking Henderson, please? Please. No more of this fucking Stevenson. I mean, I can't say that because, of course, he's going to be in there. Play them both. 2 backs. I just need 3 yards from 32. $15 punts and 5 field goals. The 6, first down. Mays throw is caught. God damn it, it's Diggs. Gosh, where are the backs? I can't ask for anything else. Henderson's in the game. Throw it to him. Okay, here we go. I got to get a chance here. Come on. Throw it to him. Nope. Fuck. Oh, he's stuck in bounds. The good news is that they're not going to sub him out. Why doesn't he look the other way? He never looks to the fucking right. Come on. Nobody's sweating anything more than me right now. Give me a chance. Offset to the right. Dump it to him. Fuck! First down, Pats. 1:05 to go. Ball will move to the Hollins is the catch. 1 minute to go. 16-point game. They can't sub out. Henderson's still in there. Throw it to him once. Here comes a blitz. Oh, he has to block this time. And there's a flag. And there's a sack. 47 seconds left. Clock will stop on the flag. I don't know what it is. Offsides. That's why I thought it might be. The worst part about this is with the clock stopping and the flag coming in, they may sub Stevenson back in for Henderson. I'm hoping that they'll leave Henderson out there and that there'll be a back for a back. Okay, he is. All right, Henderson's still in there. Offset to the right, gun, right. 2 to each side. Dump it off to Henderson. Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Fuck off. There's a flag. I think he got held. I think Henderson got fucking held. Could you imagine not having a fucking chance to win your prop because some fucking donkey on defense up by 16 points holds your fucking running back? That is what happened. This fucking donkey 27 who almost cost him the game last week. 2 weeks ago. Can we throw it to him? Can we throw it to him once, May? Come on. Change my life. Offset to the left. Nope. Dumped it in the middle. Caught. Gain of about 8. 30 seconds to go. Clock will continue to move. Douglas the catch. 29-13 still. Come on. Come on. Now. Nope. Taking a shot. Incomplete. 12 seconds left. 29-13 booty into double or triple coverage.
There's your newest superstar in the coaching ranks right there. Everybody seems to want one of those young coaches that can last many years.
Well, that's disappointing. The handicap I thought was good. Win all of them except for the yardage for Henderson, which sucks. I mean, that can't win them all. That's the one that I really needed the most based on the levels. Oh, he got one! Yes! Yeah! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Oh, if he could run into the fucking house, that'd have been awesome. 29-13 your final. Henderson catches the other pass. He goes over all props. Everybody's a winner. Scooped the whole fucking pie. Only loser was the under 37 bet. Everything else is a winner. Seattle minus 6.5. Seattle minus 12 plus money. And the Henderson props and the Stevenson props. The Diggs under 8.5 first catch yardage prop is also a winner. Let's see, what else did I give you guys? Did I say no miss extra point? I had that. That was I had to lay like 380 on that one. That was a winner. Wow. And the game does stay under the total. Final score, Seattle 29, New England 13. Seattle is the #1 DVOA team in the league and one of the best in the league over the course of the entire season. Certainly not a fluke. They were the correct side. Probably one of the best teams, if not the best team, along with the Rams all season. The win that they had over the Rams in week 16, I think it was probably the biggest game of the year. Just for the simple fact that it determined home field. The Rams had to go to Carolina and to Chicago to win to get the matchup settled with Seattle that they ended up losing in the NFC Championship game. I'm looking at a couple things here. I don't see a defensive MVP. I don't think it exists. If it does, that's a DraftKings or FanDuel thing that we don't have here in Nevada, and I didn't bother looking at it. I didn't do anything offshore because there's nobody who's giving me a free roll this year for that. So, yeah, it's hard to believe that Melissa Stark and Kaylee Hartung are doing the interviews on the field. Oh, we have to see the MVP. Witherspoon, 6 sacks. They'll give all that shit away in a bit. I'm guessing they're going to give the MVP to Walker. I got news for you, boys and girls. You can figure that shit out on your own. You can watch it on your own. I'm done. I enjoyed spending my time with you tonight. We are nearing the end of 4 hours of coverage here on the Sweatbox. My name is Rex Byers. I really do appreciate any of those who have spent even a little bit of time with me and hanging out. Hopefully, it was able to earn you a little bit of money, if not a lot. And if not any of that, doesn't matter. Hopefully, the entertainment factor will lead you to tell a friend and come back. I will be back here next Saturday, most likely, fairly early. It's a big college basketball card, and now that we're into this part of the year where people have no more football to watch, they will certainly, well, until the UFL or whatever, the XFL, wherever that shit starts again in April, they'll certainly have to be forced to at least watch some basketball, right? And then we go from there. I look forward to seeing you guys back next Saturday. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Rex_BEYERS, Rex_Byers. DM me, ask me questions. Feel free to reach out and just talk about anything. Certainly, if you don't do it on here, I'm not going to know. Certainly, the Colgate League people out in the Chipmunks been good. A few others tonight in the YouTube chat. I appreciate you. Nobody in the other one, the Streamlabs/Twitch. We got to do better than that. We'll figure it out. Hopefully the next time. In the meantime, you guys be well. Take care. God bless. Congrats to Seattle, the rightful Super Bowl winners. Super Bowl LX60. LX1 is next year, and it's on Valentine's Day. Plan accordingly. To those of you who have to understand that the second Sunday in February is the Super Bowl host, the day of the Super Bowl, and that just so happens to be Valentine's Day next year. So good luck to those who are involved. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be at a time in my life where that matters to me. I'm not at this point. Yeah, here we go. It's 10:28 Eastern, 7:28 Pacific. We are almost 5 hour to the 5th hour of the Sweatbox, and we are not going to make it. I'm calling it. Take care. Be well. God bless. Good night. Thank you much. We'll see you.